or his gold and some extra gold, and a new shiny toy for our friend Arco. We then proceed to go and find a hallway stacked with the Dawn's men, and then while three people, Ajax, Arco, and Madcap, stay behind, the Pigeon Man and Lady Quen, the Shadeborough Witch, turn into Councilmen Tarkov and
Thornton.
God. Yeah, and Thornton.
And God.
Moving. Yeah, and God. And move through very poorly the men and get through to an office looking room where the Pigeon Man kills the one alone kills Thug because she won't let them do what they want. And then they talk to Vermilion for a little bit.
To which Vermilion ended.
Yeah, to which Vermilion ended last session with a question. I guess we can begin with my answer.
Okay. I'll just repeat the question real quick. I know you, Tarkov, so why the fuck have you not killed this lying sack of shit yet? Pointing to, quote-unquote, Thornton.
Right, so I'm Thornton, right?
No, you're Tarkov.
I'm Tarkov? Yeah, okay. So I respond with, because if look at your program, Vermilion, if I had to kill everybody for being a lying sack of shit, you would be first.
Well, that's for sure. But honestly, being a liar in this town is kind of necessary in order to get anywhere.
Sure. Why are you even here?
I was going to ask. I've been asking you the same thing, and so far I don't feel like I've gotten an answer.
I answered your fucking question, bitch.
Oh, well, I'm surprised at your hostility, Tarkov. You were so gentle the first night that we spent together, and to think that you'd have come here with your dear friend Barris, whose campaign you've been so kind enough to sabotage for me.
Fake Thornton would kind of look down, shake his head, and say, yes, he's made that much clear. I believe the matter of my re-election is rather off the table at this point, wouldn't you say, Vermilion?
Probably, if it weren't for the fact that only one of those statements I made was true.
I looked to Tarkov.
Damn it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think they had a night together, but
Well, who knows?
That could be the true one.
That could be the truth.
Hold on. Insight check.
Sure, go ahead. Make an insight check. Remembering your abilities.
Yeah,
you need a 42.
Yeah. This is a game. Hold on. Beyond is...
Ren could have rolled a 42.
Beyond's being slow. Bear with me.
It's fine.
Okay, here we go. Ooh, 24.
Ooh. So you're trying to discern which of the statements was a lie?
Yes, if I can, based on what I know.
Okay. I mean, a 27 or a 24, pretty good. I'm gonna say, based on the way that she said it, it seems like the first one was the truth.
Okay, so they did sleep together, but he has not been sabotaging my campaign.
Yes.
It seems that way.
Seems that way. That's the vibe you're getting.
Okay, so trying to okay, so he hasn't. Well, yeah, because they were buddy at the council chamber, or at least it seemed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I would say, come now. If you're trying to play some game, you'll have to do better than that. We all know you had a fling, but no one would believe that he'd choose you over me.
Probably not. I mean, after all the work you did to help get his fortune back, I can't imagine that he would be so willing to betray that trust. But
help get his fortune back, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
It was a pretty big thing that you would have definitely been aware of. It was like
Yeah.
15 or 14 years ago when he returned, um, having everybody believe that the Tarkovs were dead and this other family had basically stolen their fortune um, after very conveniently timely deaths of the rest of the family. So,
Yes.
yep.
There we go.
I almost sometimes wish I went to the pigeon instead, but he got it done.
Interesting.
Yes.
Well.
And
Hmm.
with Madcap out of the way, if we can just get rid of that pigeon, the city will be a more organized place, won't it, Vermilion?
Probably, but it's hard to. I'm more concerned about that elf woman who is quite persuasive.
Oh, have you not have? And I looked at Tarkov. Have we not killed her yet? Really?
She's quite slippery. She knows how to get out of things surprisingly well. Even though she doesn't, at least on paper, doesn't have any experience with that.
Do we have any idea who she really is? Looking to Vermilion.
Ah, you did not introduce herself when you interrogated and charmed her, right?
No.
Okay. Not a clue, only that she's adept with magic and charmed me to get some information out. As far as how much of it I did, and how much is useful to them, I'm not entirely sure.
What did you give to them?
Well, some of my thoughts about my current situation with the Dawn, as well as my plans were going forward, were I to take your seat, Mr. Thornton.
Indeed, it's no secret I'm nearing retirement. Another term would have been nice, but, well, what can one do?
Make a deception check.
Sure.
I know you're good at that, but
23.
23. Based on the last time we spoke, Barris, you seemed rather determined to not let someone of my ilk, and to use your words purposefully, taint the office of the council. Well, seems like some major character development on your part is all I'm saying.
Leg. I have an idea.
Okay.
Yes, well, I thought my re-election was a sure thing. After all, we knew the Dawn was going to try and get rid of you. I don't know why, but your friend here, Tarkov, apparently wants to save your skin. Let's see how perceptive she is, Baron. Vermilion, tell me, why do you think Tarkov would have a stake in saving you? Why not just let the Dawn go through with it?
I don't know, maybe because... actually, you know what? Make a persuasion check.
All right. Ooh, a 13.
Ooh.
A rare...
I don't know, Tarkov. Why would you have a stake in such a thing?
Shit.
Yeah, she rolled pretty high.
We will freaking bet.
Because if our fling that we had gets out and then you're dead, what does that look like on my political career? That could reflect very badly on me. And you know what? As much as I like Thornton, and his career's a little dead, I care more about mine than his.
When you say his career's dead, you could see her inaudibly do the kind of face for a moment. like sick burn.
Do you want me to roll a persuasion check?
Sure. And you're just for clarification, what are you trying to? Are you trying to convince her of that, or are you trying to use that as
I'm
leverage?
trying to convince her of Quen's lie.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
20.
It's a good roll.
This is a good roll. Hold on, because my brain's still waking up. What was Quen's lie again? Sorry.
I asked. Let me think for a second. I was trying to trick Vermilion into like giving us something, saying, "Why do you think Tarkov would want you alive?" Just to try and discern something about their relationship or political machinations.
Yeah,
and
sorry, I remember.
Yeah, she flipped it back on Tarkov, who said,
The thing about the fling.
but he and that he cares more about his own career, because if Vermilion wound up dead and she was tied to him, it would implicate him.
All right, so she'll respond.
I was gonna say that, which is to me is not hard to believe, but that's
yeah.
It's like it's not a foolproof lie, but like, it's a good one.
It's the best you got, considering that she seems to know more about these guys you're impersonating, just at first glance.
No
So
shit.
you guys are rolling pretty well, and you're coming up with some pretty logical arguments. So I gotta hand it to you. She will respond. Well, personally, I think Mr. Tarkov is worried that, fuck, God, I am so fucking tired. I keep thinking and then losing my train of thought. Ugh.
It's all right.
Gives me more time to eat my soup.
Right? I am... Well, I was concerned that, I don't know, perhaps Tarkov's other friends might, think me a liability, considering the the issues that the Dawn has been having as of late.
Yes, and that's where I come in. Should seem obvious. You're an intelligent lady, but I was going to say that if the Dawn wouldn't mind terribly wiping out my debt, perhaps my good friend Baron here would see fit to put in a good word with these associates.
Well, it's possible, but I don't like the look of any of them, I'll tell you that much.
That we agree on, Vermilion.
Well, if you're interested... Well, here's the thing. Win or lose, one of us has to cut... One of us... Well, hold on. Win or lose, either of us cannot be subservient to the Dawn if we are to make things better. I know you just have your debts, but that could easily be... It's more so just leverage on your end, but I know you're a stubborn old bastard. As for myself, sure, the Dawn has effectively put me into a very bad position were any information about our dealings to be released, but at the same time, he's neglected the fact that I know just as much as he knows about me, and we know a lot about each other. So, once I'm in a position of power, with all the dirt I have, I'd wager to say that at the very least I could ruin him before he ruins me.
And
Who is she referring to? The Dawn?
The Dawn, yeah.
And
Well, noting that, then two of us are here. I clearly have a weapon on me. Let's just leave. Right now, let's go.
Shouldn't
Well,
we?
nothing's a shoo-in. I've been placed here for some of my failings. And if what you said is true before about them wanting to kill me, then I don't think I have much time left. If
I
they
can
get
make up a
everything
lie.
if they get everything out of the madcap that they want, well, they told me I have to kill him. And then after that, I'm certain that I'm next.
Ah.
That's true, but we could make up a convincing lie.
Have to be really convincing, because these aren't decisions that the Dawn is making.
We were asked to go and look at the madcap again. Easy.
You're on the wrong side of the fucking crypt.
Why do you think we're leaving, dumbass?
Oh,
There's no need to be rude.
yes. Come now, Baron.
My apologies. But it's easy. Hell, if you want to make up a lie, or he wants to make up a lie, we're politicians, we're good at it.
That's certainly true.
We could definitely easily lie to some fucking goons.
Baron, are you saying we're going to skip the meeting with the Dawn? You want to just go
Yes.
the way we came?
I am saying that.
Very
We'll
well.
reschedule. He clearly already missed it because we weren't supposed to go into his office anyway.
Very well. I won't. I don't have much sway over you, Baron. I never have. So, by all means.
It's a shame. I'm certain he would have loved to have talked to you tonight.
If he had loved to talk to us, he would have came to our meeting. Let's go.
Well, do you not want to take some insurance in case I don't make it through the night?
What do you mean by that?
Well, they were in a bit of a rush to get me out of here, and they weren't about to leave, and none of us were about to leave any evidence behind, so gathered up everything I could out of my apartment, and, well, I didn't tell them which bag I put it in.
So you want to grab it?
Sure, you're standing in the way, though. There's a door
Oh.
behind you guys. So she'll get
Yo,
up.
Alice, we're doing it.
We are.
What are you doing?
We're leaving. We're just gonna leave. We're not gonna go talk to the Dawn. That's what we're gonna do.
Well, you're gonna have to convince your other party members of that. All right, so she walks in to this room here, and you can see it's like
Well, I mean, we can talk to the Dawn later, but we're getting Vermilion out first.
um.
I'll DM you the rest, Alice.
Okay.
So she walks in here. You can see it's kind of just a, ramshackly set up room with like a bed and desk and everything. She goes over to here to where her pack is, and starts looking through it, just making sure everything's still there. And she goes and comes out and hands it to Tarkov, quote unquote, and says, "In here, there's numerous correspondence between myself, Fat Tusk, as well as a few of his partners. And let's see, hold on, let me double check. As well as some specifics. You can read through them a bit later, but I think honestly, if anything were to be excessively incriminating, this would be it."
Okay. Can I just write that down?
Yeah, go ahead.
So
You
that.
just say you have Vermilion's evidence cache.
Okay.
I have a list of the things on here. There's not much, but there's enough of substance in here.
Is there pictures of Don Fat Tusk with like a bunch of gnomes?
Well, there's no the camera hasn't been invented yet, so no.
There is an artist rendering of Don Fatus laying on a sofa with like the jewel of the sea around his neck.
Yeah. There's. Yeah. There's a tapestry.
It's the George Costanza nude picture,
Oh yes.
but it's Fat Tusk.
Ugh.
Is there an artist
Oh,
rendering
God.
of this?
I'm not going to OOC. I'm just not going.
Anyways,
I mean, his name is Fat Tusk.
it's fair.
I went to OOC. I couldn't help it. Ah.
All
Yeah, well, say that, Lois.
right. Well,
Hey, Lois.
Hey, Lois.
I hate that you can do that.
she goes to sit back down now that you have the evidence.
Are you not gonna come with us?
I mean, we can go that way, pointing the way that you came, but there's gods that have a vested interest in having me stay put. And if we go the other way, well, there's more of the same.
We'll just tell them that we talked some sense into the dawn, and we're taking you to a different location for questioning. And if they, I don't think they'd question two counselors. Do you?
Maybe. I mean, they are pretty stupid.
We could also put you, like, we could chain up your hands to make that more believable, or tie you up.
Maybe rough her up a bit.
If you're into that, we only spent one night together.
I very much like things to be casual, not kinky.
And I say, I could
I
leave.
like whatever. I like whatever the person I'm with likes.
Thornton
Well,
says.
it's very generous of you.
Thornton says, I can leave if you two need a minute.
No, thank you. Not right now. Maybe never again.
Well, fine. If shit hits the fan, well,
I can't decide right now, okay? It's not my decision to make. Especially
I'll go, but if things go bad, well, I'm gonna have to make it convincing and, make it seem like they're the ones who are supposed to protect me.
Okay, well, get ready. I pull out rope.
You can make it convincing, Vermilion, but if shit truly hits the fan, your only way out of this cave alive is with us. So I think you'd have a vested interest in lending a hand should we come to a melee.
That's true. Not much of a fighter, though.
Oh, you're a tiefling? You have some magic?
A little bit, but only when I only have one, and it's when I get hit. That's the problem. Otherwise, I can make people in a certain area not be able to see, and that's about it.
In that case, maybe the next dealing you should make should be with a patron of some kind, and not the kind that Fat Tusk is.
I've considered it, but wouldn't know how to go about such things.
Yeah, well, maybe you could contact that half-elf lady about it. Who knows?
Are you referring to Kaze?
No, I'm referring to Quen.
Oh,
Even though
not
Quen is a
half-elf,
bard.
Oh.
She's a full
Oh.
elf.
I didn't mean that. Quen, I didn't mean that. But I definitely said half-elf.
Definitely not. Well, she holds out her hands, kind of in like a, cuff me kind of thing.
I oblige.
Do you have manacles?
I have rope.
Okay, so you tie off some rope.
Would if I was to search this guard, does she have anything that would be of use? Any supplies of it?
Make an investigation check.
Sure. That is a 12.
She had her weapons, which is a short sword and a short bow. Other than that, doesn't look like anything of value.
Okay.
No keys, no anything else.
Okay. All right, so Vermilion has her arms, or excuse me, her hands tied behind her back, or what does she got?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Quen would kind of step
Tying
behind.
them tight or loosely?
Loosely, so that she can actually get out of them, but convincingly enough so that, like,
Yeah.
it looks like she is imprisoned.
Okay.
Quen would kind of take one shoulder and kind of shove her towards the door and say, "Oh, we're going to make it look convincing, aren't we, Vermilion?"
Right. Of course. You're gonna go back up this way?
Yep.
I believe that
Okay.
is the pigeon's big plan.
Vermilion can walk in, like, in between us.
Okay.
Let's do like this.
I
All
see
right,
a
so you
bunch of
guys go
deception checks coming up. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably. With the other group over there, I'm imagining you guys are just like on standby until.
Okay, hold on. Have we gone through the door yet?
If you want to do something before you, like in this little hallway, before you do,
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, I say to Tarkov, "Oh, 1 second," and I'm going to come back. I'm going to drag this elf's body. I'm going to attempt to drag it into this little room and shove it under the bed.
Okay. It's not hard enough for you to do it. But go ahead and make me a stealth check just to see if you can convincingly
Sure.
put it under there.
17.
All right. Well, you do your best not to get blood everywhere or more everywhere, to make it look as if the body was dragged, and then you stuff it under the bed, convincingly.
If there's a large area of blood, I would cast Prestidigitation to clean about a square foot of it.
It'd mostly be like right around here.
Yeah, I would Prestidigitate as much of it as I could.
Okay. If somebody's looking, they might see a stain, but in a couple places. But
I was gonna say, like, I moved the table and dragged the rug over, but not going. All right, excellent.
Okay.
Just trying to cover our tracks a bit, Tarkov. You know how it is.
Okay. Excuse me. All right, so you guys come back out, and the guys here, I'll turn and look and go. All right, this is curious. Where's that you taking her, Mr. Counselors?
Me or you,
I'm
like,
Quen talk. I'm gonna let Quen talk.
because of my massive charisma modifier.
Yeah, because you have a better charisma modifier, because you're actually a bard. I want to be a bard.
Mm-hmm. So they asked where we're taking her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, could I hold on 1 second? Could I use my
Words of terror?
no? What the hell is it? I thought I had something from my background that was like, the workings of the city. I can't find it though. Oh, there
Court
it is.
functionary?
Court functionary, yeah. Would I know, just especially based on everything we've done, like another safe house or another location where the Dawn does business? Like, we blew up his brothel and his casino, but like, is there a place that I would know of where I could convincingly say, "Oh, the Dawn wants her moved there"?
That would be more, I think, if you had a criminal background.
Okay,
Um,
that's a good point.
yeah.
Can I say something?
Yeah, what did you want, Cobra?
I mean, just because it's something that like Quen might know, but Alice might not remember. Is
Okay.
we do know the location that that dwarf was going to be meeting the Don.
Oh yeah.
Something
Oh, yeah.
street.
Stroman Court.
Yeah.
Would I know if that's like a house or like an outbuilding or anything?
I'll just pull you over to the map, the city map, real quick,
Hmm.
because you would know where that is based on like maps of the city.
Hmm.
This area here is Stroman Court,
Okay.
right next to the quay. It is one of the parts of the quay that is residential. It's kind of like it's starting to become a little bit more high class because the heights are becoming a bit more crowded. So there's a lot of like nicer places here
Where are we
that are
now?
popular. Well, you guys started like here-ish, I think, up the top side, but when you went down, you were walking for quite a while, so it's anyone's game exactly where you are. But with the way that these tunnels work, it's possible that there are other entry points to other Dawn, locations or places near them.
Okay, what was the name of the place, Cobra? Or
Strum Court, I think he said.
Stromund, yeah.
okay. Okay. All right. Just trying to find my token. All right. Well, I'll tell you, fellas. I sure am mad. And I kind
And
of
they just kind of look and go, about what?
I kind of walk up to this half orc and I say, "Well, my friend Tarkov here, counselor, said I could come with him. Maybe watch the dawn do in the tiefling here. Wouldn't that have been fun to watch?" And I kind of gauge his reaction.
Okay, yes. Yeah, maybe a little.
Uh,
Shame for such a pretty face to meet a grisly end, but
Well, he said we got to move her east over to Stroman Court. I don't know why, but he said that's what we got to do because he doesn't want to do it here. Maybe he needs to get more information out of her, or maybe, and I kind of look at him. I look at the half orc and I say, or maybe he's got another way to have fun with her. I don't know. Maybe he's going to torture her.
maybe. But wouldn't you think down here underground where nobody can hear the screams would be the safest place for
And-
such a thing?
I shoot
Yeah,
him,
but like, dude, upstairs is a fucking power move.
I shoot him a quick look and I say, "Are you questioning the dawn?" Wait. You think you can run this place better than him?
Okay, make an intimidation check.
Sure. It's not my best, but it's not horrible.
Not great, not terrible.
20.
Yeah, only a +7. It's not great. It's not terrible. No, not at all. Just speaking what I think.
And I kind of roughly grab Vermilion. I mean, she has like hair, right? I kind of like yank her head back a little bit, and I shove her, the small of her back. I kind of give her a little shove forward, and I say, "Well, that's good because I would hate to have to tell him that you fellas were fomenting anything."
I kind of look around confused at what that word means and then take context clues. Right. All right. If that's what he wants, that's what he wants. On your way. Where's what happened to the lass who was escorting you? She go play cards with the other fellas down there.
Yeah.
I sure hope so. Dawn wasn't too pleased with her.
Shame. Okay. Well, I won't trouble your non-counselors.
Oh, and by the way, the Dawn said he's not to be disturbed, so I wouldn't go down there for quite a while. He's really planning something, and he needs absolute quiet.
Okay, now you can make that deception check.
Okay. 18. I mean, what's his intelligence? Like a 3?
I mean, it's wisdom for insight, so
Oh, that's true.
it's not great. He just goes, "All right, yeah, I'll make sure he's not disturbed until he wants us. Wait for him to send for us, or until it's time for us to head somewhere else."
I give Vermilion a good shove and start walking past him, and I say, "There's a good lad."
One more question before we get on our way.
Hmm?
The people upstairs in the hall, or further up the hallway, I point to where we're going.
Mhm.
If they ask anything, can I just say, report to you? What's your name, by the way, good sir?
It's a good question. Hold on.
Are you opening up the orc name generator?
Yes.
Is his name Tom?
Where the fuck is it? There it is.
No, his name is Thomas. There's a difference. Very slight, but
Oh, I was watching, of all movies, Muppet Treasure Island the other day.
Nice.
Yeah, and I thought of you guys because, and I was gonna do like screen caps and make a whole meme, but I got lazy. But there's a whole bit where they're doing a roll call and it's like old Tom here, really old Tom here, dead Tom, and it's just a skeleton.
All right. His name's Namar. This is Namar.
Lamar?
Namar. Namar.
Namar
Hey.
roasts Nanklin.
Yeah.
Namar Odom.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Cake.
Hi, Keiki.
Alright,
Hi.
I'll remember that. You're very, very good. Thank you. You are great. You're breathtaking.
He blushes a little.
Thank you. And now I leave.
Okay. Oh, hold on. I was gonna grab all of you guys.
Yeah,
Okay.
my what's this called isn't loading right now. I'm giving it a second. There it is.
Okay. All right. So you guys head up through here. For the sake of expediency, they do ask, like, hey, why are you coming back up here? Weren't you supposed to? And then you give them the spiel. They say report to Namar if you have any. We already discussed that. We're not discussing it with you. And they're like, okay. It's just... All right. We'll say you guys over here had backed down a little bit.
Hey, I have a card name for you.
Or, well, no, you guys had the,
card game.
what?
Dimensions of Courage.
Okay. Is
Do
that
you like
a-
that?
That's cool. Is that a play on something?
No.
I'll think about it.
There's
See
a
if it-
card name generator.
Oh, okay.
There's also Toads of Honor, Whistles and Toads. There's a lot of ones with toads.
So
The world of toads.
I just want to
Toads
say
of the Mist.
I am disappointed in the rest of the party.
Why?
I thought they'd be like throwing rocks and picking these people off one by one.
Well,
Oh.
did you guys want to? Maybe I jumped the gun a little too much.
We're
This
hanging
doesn't have a silencer.
out.
That's fair.
Yeah,
This
come on. Like, Madcap is good at killing people, but he's not Agent fucking 47.
Nah, man, we're over here like playing cards in the hallway, just like waiting for you guys to get back.
Are you playing Witches and Crowns?
Yeah, like if I had a Sam Fisher subclass, I'd take it, but I don't. So I'm,
John Wick subclass.
No, John Wick is very, very loud. Have you
Yeah, I was
watched
gonna
this
say, have
movie?
you watched? Yeah. He has like 3 quiet kills in like the first 2 movies, and then the third movie is no quiet kills.
No, there's one quiet kill in the third movie.
Which one is that?
The one guy kills with the hook.
in the library.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
That's right, the library one. The big like fucking like 7-foot tall
Well,
Russian guy.
That's one thing I'm really mad that 2020 took from us was John Wick 4.
All right.
Because now it's coming out this year.
Yeah, so you guys come down this way as all the other goons.
All right.
Pay you no mind. You are going to turn the corner.
Mhm.
You see your group standing by ever so stealthily.
Pictures of the shoes between.
It's the two of us hiding behind Madcap.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're just like crouching, but you're still towering over him.
Yeah. You're like 100. You're like.
When Pigeon sees them, he's gonna like swing his arm to like signal to like move back.
Okay. Make it just like a general dexterity check to see if you can do that before Vermilion turns the corner.
Okay. Oh, I didn't roll.
Okay. Yeah, honestly, I mean, with the first one, it wasn't a super hard check anyways. So, Go ahead and motion for them to stop for a moment, and then you've rounded the corner, and Vermilion's looking a bit puzzled.
Yeah, so like I'm trying to signal to like move behind the door.
Oh, okay, for them.
Yeah, for them.
Okay. Rest of you guys make stealth checks. This will be a group check.
Oh boy.
We should stay stealth.
You want everyone or just
All
this one?
right.
Just this group.
Okay.
How about a
It's
6?
No, that's a 3 because you got disadvantage from your armor.
Oh, that's right. How about a 3?
Okay, an 11. Ajax, doesn't your armor give you disadvantage? Yeah, there we go. Ooh. Well. Okay.
We are both extremely loud.
Yeah.
Comically loud.
You guys still move. So you successfully do move there, just not quietly. And Vermilion just goes, company over there.
Yeah, that was an odd sound.
The other two guys over here, this one over here goes, boy, you hear that? He's like, yeah, I heard that.
What did it sound
And
like?
they start, people in armor moving.
In chainmail armor.
Okay,
Very loud.
do I have anything on me that's metal? Like, is my sword visible or anything?
I think it would be reasonable to assume that yes, your sword would be visible.
Okay, I drop it and stumble and make a loud cough, like, whoa!
Okay, make a deception check.
Okay. And I go, oh, gee, I'm sorry, Baron. Oh, my goodness. Sorry about that, fellas.
It's fine. You're just lucky you didn't cut me.
New shoes, you know?
Man, you're lucky the 19 was on from my die was for the goons who are stupid, and Vermilion got an 11. So they're like, careful there, counselor, don't break your hip.
Oh, well said. Good advice. At my age. And I just get the hell out of there.
All right. Vermilion has an eye of suspicion, but she's like, whatever. At the end of the day, being with them is better. Like, can't break the plan.
She's not going to think that in about 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So I had the campaign I'm building to roll 20 open, so I rolled my stealth there too. I got a
Oh.
20.
Damn. All right.
Wow.
So the rest of the party catches up. They open the door. And how are you playing this?
Oh, probably okay. I mean, like if you have a better idea, jump on it. But I was like, as we turn the corner.
I'm sorry, I wasn't using push to talk. As we turn the corner, I'm going through the door. I open it and I wait for the witch and Vermilion to get in. I step up faster a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and I signal to Ace when Vermilion like gets to the door to hold it and to block it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, to block the door when both of you get in.
Okay. So you're kind of gonna like point to Ajax and give him motion to like move and cover it, basically.
Yep, that's what I'm gonna do.
Prevent anything from coming through the door. Got it.
Okay.
Got
Witch walks through.
Hold the door.
Hold the door. Vermilion comes in, and as she
Not
comes
that
in and
tall.
turns the corner and sees everybody, Ajax runs and kind of pushes her out of the way, bars himself against the door. She turns and looks to the disguised people and says, "You lying motherfuckers!"
As she's screaming, I would be like,
We're not disguised anymore, and I have a knife, or not a knife, a sword to her throat.
Justin, obviously, I established that I was holding her kind of close, kind of shoving her, kind of holding onto her.
Mm-hmm.
So I would, as quickly as I could, I would try to be prepared to get my hand over her mouth.
Okay. Since you're already holding her, I will say for the purposes of this, she is already grappled. Make me a general dexterity check to see how fast you can do it.
Dexterity check. Yes.
Yeah.
Did that work? No, hold on.
There we go. Got it. 21. That's pretty good. Oof, with the natural 1 on the other side. So as she goes, "You lying mother," and it's just muffled. And then Pigeon Man, undisguised, now has the his short sword to her throat.
You're a gullible little bitch, you know that, right? You really thought that you could get away with touching my friend and you thought you could get away with that?
Come now, Pigeon. Quen
I'm
still.
not gonna kill you because they have questions.
Well,
But trust me, when we get to you, the blood of you will be on my blade. And I see that.
I would. Yeah, go ahead.
I just wanna, like, go up to like
And
the pigeon,
I move back.
and like put my like hand on like his knee, be like, just calm down, buddy. Good job. Take a knee.
I would want to tell Madcap, listen, you know nobody wanted her dead more than me, but we should hear what she has to say. She was forced into the attempt on your life. It wasn't her idea.
She says muffled.
Being the gentleman that Arco is, too, if I may.
Sure.
If it's possible, I think I would probably head over, or at least kind of like walk over to the witch, and I would say, "Excuse me, would you like me to hold her while you guys conduct the interview with her?"
Thank you, Arco. That would be lovely. And I hold her tight until Arco has a good grip on her.
Okay.
And I'll like firmly grasp it, you know.
Firmly grasp it with your hand.
Oh, yeah. And as he does this, I whisper into Vermilion's ear. I don't know if you've heard much about Bahamut, but you're about to.
Rolls her eyes. She rolls her eyes so much you can physically hear it.
So I've still got my hand on her mouth. What do we do here? Okay, all right. Listen now. Are you going to scream? Because if you do, they're going to come kill us, but they're going to kill you too.
Ajax goes and clears his throat at this point and goes and reminds everyone that there are armed people on the other side of the door and that it might be smart to get this out of here before we start with anything.
Yes, let's go.
All right. Well, when you say, you're not going to make any noise and whatnot, go ahead and make just a persuasion check.
Is that me?
Yep.
Okay.
You said it.
Yes. 26. Another one.
Another one.
I'm getting all these ones out of the way.
High, but still lower on my end. And she does not make a noise when you let go of her mouth.
All right. And as I do this, I kind of look at my hand and I kind of just I just wipe it on her sleeve or whatever.
All right. So where are you guys gonna move to?
This door is closed. We don't have to go far. We're just like up here.
I think we need to get out of here, though.
Yeah.
Because we don't know if they go on patrol. We don't know any of that.
We could tie her up more and take her to my house.
It's as good an idea as any.
We can take her back to the temple.
No more temple.
No.
And Pigeon's very aggravated.
He's very, very, very tired of the temple.
So as we're making our way out, I would say, but the Don's here. We could, how many chances like this do we get?
Wouldn't it be
at least
smarter
one
to
more?
Yeah, come on, at least one more. Ajax is kind of right. Shouldn't we get out of here and get information out of her now that we have her fucking tied up? Get more information out of her so then we can go deal with him?
I just tie her to a pillar and we go kill the Don. Or to go take care of the Don now. Because, now's a pretty good time. He's probably not expecting it.
I believe we had concerns that the demonologist might be with him.
Did we?
I was indicating that Pigeon and I did.
Did you?
Well, we do know
Did
that
we?
I thought you said something about he may have his benefactors with him or something like that.
Oh, I did say that.
Or Kaze, I think you were worried about.
yeah,
I
we
mentioned
don't-
Kaze to you guys.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't know who said what.
Like, isn't that something to at least consider? I mean, if we go for the Dawn and we die now anyways, what's the matter what she had? But if we can take out the Dawn, we can still use her for whatever use she might be.
7, 8, 9, 10. Well, there's at least 10 heavily armed
Once-
guards between us and him.
Once the Dawn is gone, Madcap, she serves no use to us.
She raises her eyebrow and kind of goes to make a look of like, can I say something?
Go ahead, dear.
Sure.
If you take out the Dawn, then I have nobody that I owe any allegiance to. Not that I was planning on sticking with him for much longer.
Meaning?
Well, assuming Mr. Thornton doesn't pull something out of his ass, then, well,
Assuming I
have
don't
a
what?
friend on the council.
Still looking as Thornton. Assuming I don't what?
What's with disguise self? Isn't there like they can make an intelligence check to discern if it's an illusion up
So
close?
investigation versus deception.
I figured I might as
Okay.
well leave it up for fun.
Yeah, go ahead and make a
Last,
deception while she's going to make an investigation.
Yeah. Last an hour, I'm going to get my spell slots worth out of it.
Fair.
Oh, no, intelligence investigation against spell save DC.
Oh, okay.
Okay, cool. Which is a 15.
Your spell save DC is 15. Okay.
Yeah.
She goes and looks. Oh, come on! Really? At this point?
It was worth a try. I dropped disguise self.
Yeah, I had a feeling it was you.
Yes, and it was
You're
Matt.
significantly more civil than he is in conversation.
And I'd like to tell you that it was actually I who wanted you dead the other night, and Madcap talked me out of it. And tonight, I wanted you dead again, and now I'm trying to talk him out of it. And I gestured to Pigeon. So I may very well be the only friend you have here, other than this one here, gesturing to Arco.
She kind of looks around at all of you and just goes, "Lucky me."
I have no.
I go strong
Desires
feelings one way or
against
the
her.
other.
Yeah, I have no. Yeah, I've got nothing.
So, I mean, don't worry. We still have a talk to have.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say to Madcap, I mean, if you want to go in, I was going to say guns blazing, but yeah, if you want to go in,
Axes blazing.
yes, exactly, axes blazing, and try to take out the Dawn, I will stand behind you a safe distance.
It sounds like a suicide mission, but my blade is by your side.
What say you, Ajax?
I think you're all insane.
Well, that's
Well,
Thank you, a voice of reason.
that was never in question.
yeah, I thought that was.
I look at Ajax and say, "I steal things with a pigeon head on my head. I know I'm insane."
and then I just look at him and go, "Coo."
That's the first step towards recovery. I'm proud of you.
Mm-hmm.
Ajax, I'm also a musician. There's no recovering.
Damn, wait.
Are you?
Wow, way to take it out on the musicians here.
Are you now?
Cake, I am a musician.
No, I am too.
I'm playing as myself.
No, I know. I'm a music major. I'm like, wow, thanks. Just taking it out on me, eh?
You've got to hear his new mixtape.
I
It's just fire.
apologize.
Don't die, and I might have work for you.
Okay.
So, am I just to sit here quietly?
shut the fuck up. Get started on the quietly part.
Oh, damn.
I'm gonna as soon as he says that, I'm gonna lean back. I'm gonna kind of like get up close and be like, you know what? Don't worry about him. He's a little grumpy right now. It just happens. But
can't
I will
imagine why.
Once he finds the god Bahamut and is accepted into their loving embrace, everything will be better, and you can be better too if you just accept it.
You know, Arco, I don't think Vermilion has heard of Bahamut.
You've never heard of Bahamut?
Oh god.
As soon as you says that too, I start to grip her tighter too. I get very passionate. I'm like, what?
Oh god. All right. Well, while they're engrossed in conversation, what is the plan?
Look, I don't. If this isn't something you want to do or you think we should do it now, then we won't. I don't want this to be. I don't want all of you. If something happens, those deaths to be purely on me because I made the decision.
I would look to Ajax and say, this Don Fat Tusk is one who I thought might have some information regarding your fiancé. But it seems dangerous to confront him today.
Blaze of glory or quiet life?
I just, as a player, I think we should leave. This is Madcap. This is definitely Madcap's.
Yeah, I don't
feel bad if you guys want to fuck off. It's our to say so.
Yeah, out of character, I don't want to make the decision. I'll go either way.
Hearing that information, Ajax will take a very deep breath and have a bit of a pained look on his face. You simply go and reply with, I think it's best we wait until he's not quite as heavily guarded. If he's as threatening that you all want him dead, then I don't think charging through, you said 10 guards?
At least we don't know.
All well armed?
We don't know who's in the room with him.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I just shrug and look to the others.
Like I said, I'm down for a suicide run, but I think it'd be a smarter idea to wait.
I mean, we have a number of doors that we still haven't even looked at yet that, for all we know, lead directly into his office. But that's metagaming, and having a "you are here" sign on the map and being able to see the rest of it, or most of it. So,
well, maybe we should head back. I'm feeling a little tired. I only have 2 spell slots right now. I wouldn't mind taking a break before. This is out of character, obviously. I wouldn't mind taking a break and getting some information and then coming back, because I assume that Vermilion at least knows something about the Dawn in this current location.
Not to cut you off, Cake, but she probably like Cake said, knows something about the situation and knows more things than we do. So there's a lot of stuff we can get out of her, and then she can also more than likely point us in the direction of people who know things.
Yeah. Plus, we still have an entire left half of a dungeon to fill out. We are missing. I guarantee
right?
Somewhere. All right. No, left. Because nobody went in through the doors in Vermilion's room because there were 2 there. Plus, we never went down this really long hallway either.
There's
And then
also
there's
a door here.
Yeah, no.
And I think there as
There's
well.
one here, and then there's a
All
lot
right,
of doors we
yeah.
haven't gone in through yet, which will probably open up the dungeon a little more for us. But I'm saying the Dawn, using out of character, process of elimination, he's probably located somewhere over here, or more stuff that could either kill us or help us is over there. But I do think we should go get more information real quick and then come back.
I'm honestly hazarding a guess he's right here. But that's me guessing.
The Dawn has been waiting for us outside the whole time.
Just out
By
there
process-
tapping his foot, looking at his non-existent watch.
By process of elimination, I think he's through one of these doors right here.
Uh-huh.
But that's metagaming, so.
Yeah.
And
The
obviously
Dawn
we
has
don't
been
know
hiding
that.
behind this pillar the entire game.
Yeah.
He's
You
just
never
very
triggered
good
the
at making
cutscene.
stealth rolls. No, I do think we should leave and come back.
The cutscene trigger was bugged and only was on a singular tile, so we missed it.
You missed it by 1 pixel.
What if it's a Kaiser Soze situation and Arco has been the Dawn the whole time?
Oh, no.
I'm the Dawn, but I'm only the Dawn for promoting Bahamut.
Yeah, if promoting Bahamut was a crime, call Arco Don Fat Tusk. If that's the vote, then we leave.
All right.
Yeah, I would honestly say let's disappear.
Rock and roll.
Because so as far as we know, Madcap was, or as far as they know, Madcap was the only one in here that could have potentially gone and done any of this damage. So with because everybody who we've run into has died who has seen our faces. So
That's not true. The half orc.
what?
The
The half
alchemist.
orc. The alchemist.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
no.
Right.
Oh no, we forgot about
Guy,
that.
don't worry about that.
Yeah, we weren't gonna kill her.
No, because I was thinking that like they would basically. I was thinking that Fat Tusk, as far as he's concerned, none of them have gone and seen our faces. We could have gone and simply left it to his imagination that Madcap had gone and done all this damage and escaped, and he's just pissed off that he lost somebody. He wouldn't even necessarily know that the rest of us were even here, but with the half orc there, that would change the story. So
100% Cobra.
She might also
A
not
major
say anything
problem.
Yeah.
because she did promise not to say anything.
Yeah, well, promises
Yes,
are meant to be
but-
broken, so.
Guys, don't worry about it.
I
Yeah,
promise
no.
not to go to sleep tonight too. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking break that promise, no problem.
Yeah, I'm gonna say as
Wait,
a DM, Cobra and I
actually,
have
yeah,
talked
they-
about the situation with
Right.
her, so there is a plan in motion.
Yeah, like also, didn't you give her residuum?
I did not.
Okay.
Promised to though.
Oh, I did not promise to. I didn't even suggest I would. She just jumped
Oh,
on.
that's right. You tried to use it as leverage.
But no, because what I was gonna say is, as we're leaving, Madcap would say, go on without me. I just have one more thing I want to take care of.
Okay.
Hey,
All right,
Jack
I will
would
move.
shrug and go.
Because of how fast Madcap moves, I will say eventually he will catch back up with you guys because it is a long walk through there.
And you're going to the pigeons. The pigeon is it the pigeon nest, pigeon roost?
The pigeon's coop,
Pigeons
yeah.
too.
Coop. All right, yeah. So you guys are going to the pigeon's coop, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I will meet you there when I can.
Okay.
I don't have to give you my address, right? Because my
Yeah,
already has it.
yeah, he knows it.
Okay. So, Cobra, do you want to go to DM chat or are you okay?
Oh,
doing it?
actually, before you go, Madcap, I tell you to knock 4 times.
Okay.
Smart.
Not 3 times, not 5 times, 4 times.
Exactly.
So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use all the silver paint I have to make the biggest axe I can right here.
Okay. Not hard. You've done it a million times. You're just doing it bigger this time.
Yeah. I mean, do you want to go DM chat?
Sure. Why not? Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm going to use this opportunity to get a drink.
I'm going to use this opportunity to look at Fred Hampton's speeches.
Like, you have some of the weirdest tendencies. You know that?
It's for a project, I promise. I do
Okay.
also like Fred Hampton, though.
Okay. All right. Just checking.
Bart.
So I don't know. I don't know. Part of me wanted to do some like stealth shit, you know what I mean, and have like do like a pincer move, you know what I mean, and have like one group go one way in the hallway and the other group go the other way and get a couple of like
We're not strong enough for that.
do
No, that would be funny.
a couple of coup de
Do a
grace.
cool pin- I like the idea. I think
Yeah.
we should do it. I stand by you, Ellis. That's a great idea.
I want to ask Justin when this campaign is over, what was behind the door. I was sure that Tarkov and Thornton were going to go in and talk to the Dawn tonight. I'm not disappointed. I was like ready for it.
Tarkov and Thornton, we're gonna go talk to Tarkov and Thornton.
You think so?
Maybe not.
Okay. Paste Spider-Man pointing at himself meme. I don't feel like Googling it.
This silence, it is deafening.
I'm just stuffing my
Uh,
face.
Yeah. No, I'm doing homework and eating rice and listening to ET.
Listening to E.T.? Like the movie?
No, I'm listening to the sound. I'm listening to Adventures on Earth from like ET. You know, that one. It's hitting.
Okay. All right.
Like John Williams?
Hey, yeah. Back
Oh.
off, man. I like John Williams.
No, that's great.
He puts out some good stuff.
You're not kidding. Vorm.
Yo.
I'm strategically muting because I'm eating, but if you'd like, you can regale us with a tale of your adventures.
I will not do that because I'm trying not to get into that conversation.
Ah,
What was going on? I wasn't listening.
The question I asked you about the other day. I believe he's going and asking about that.
Oh,
And I'd rather not go and get into that subject because I find it to be complete bullshit, and I don't want to get into it.
I don't know if I missed something, but I was just asking, like, in general, like, what have you been up to? That's all I meant.
Oh, well, I'm working a new job,
Ooh,
delivering medical supplies and shit to, well, dying people.
pizza counts as medical supplies now?
No, I wish. No, I'm going and doing a medical equipment supply position.
Very cool.
I go and deliver like oxygen and medical beds to homes for hospice patients and like home breathing issue patients and shit like that.
It sounds like a very important job right now.
Yeah, yeah, you could say that.
I have a friend who does a job on a line where he like puts together surgery kits and then also at the end makes sure they're like okay. And every single person he works with doesn't speak English; they all speak Cambodian. He's the only English speaker at his job.
Well, at least he can bitch and complain and nobody knows what he's saying.
I,
Does his manager?
yeah, I guess his manager also speaks English, but
Oh, that sucks. But yeah, it's an interesting job. It's just like they're so we get these vans that we go and deliver the stuff in, and I don't know. No, I do know. There's like no fucking organization in these vans. It's literally just an empty van that they throw shit in the back of, and shit slides all over the place, and it drives me up the fucking wall. I want to go in with like hooks and shit and start hanging stuff in places so that they don't roll all over the damn place.
We're back. I'm going to take a quick pee break, and then I will get back to what we're doing.
So,
Yeah, it sounds like there'd be a chance for some process improvement there for him.
considerably, yeah.
I think it would take like one oxygen tank rolling and falling over and I don't know, exploding or something for someone to wise up.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, they do have oxygen racks that they can go and do, or that they go and put stuff in. But like so today we were going and delivering a 170-pound liquid oxygen tank. And we picked up an mostly empty one, which is only like 40 pounds or so. That was sliding all over around the back of the fucking van because nothing goes in. Like we've got ratchet straps, but they don't ratchet it tight enough to go and keep it from sliding around. So it would like slide back and forth up and down the side of the fucking van, and like I'm sitting there listening to it sliding around. And I'm just like, all right, that's gonna fall over and shatter or something like that. And it's just enough to go and make me like nervous, and they're perfectly okay with it, and it just drives me nuts.
I mean, how much would like a good strap be? Like $25 maybe?
Well, the straps, yeah, I mean the straps are perfectly fine, but it's just the way that the back of the van is shaped.
Yeah.
It doesn't really, like, you can't go and like push it right up against the side and have it flush against the side.
Hmm.
And back against like the wheel well or something like that, so it doesn't slide everywhere and whatnot. Have room to wobble back and forth and shit. It's just like the sides of the van and the equipment that's in there just doesn't mesh together very nicely, and it causes all sorts of things that just make me want to cringe. And thankfully, we get to go and bring these vans home, because one of these days I'm gonna go and after I get a paycheck, I'm just gonna go and fucking kit it out with everything to make sure that nothing slides anywhere. Like they've got like oxygen masks and stuff like that. They just keep it in a plastic bag, tied in a knot, and tossed in the back of the van. And like I just want it to be in a sliding drawer or set of drawers, so that it's not fucking all over the place. And I put it in the front of the van, and it's in the back of the van by the time I get to the actual patient's house or something like that. You know,
Yeah.
I want there to be some organization, so I'm not going and saying, "All right, I think I put it in here," and spend half an hour looking for it, only to go and find out that it's slid under the driver's seat or under the passenger seat or something like that.
Next time on Van Talk with Vorm.
Yeah.
Can I have free
I'm-
candy?
Oh, Jesus.
Wait till payday, and I get a van, and then we'll talk.
I've really considered like renting a van, putting a sign that says free candy, and then taking it out on Halloween, and then like giving candy out of a van on Halloween, because then I wouldn't get arrested.
I mean, somebody would definitely ask you questions.
That or give the van like a very wide berth.
Yeah.
Make sure you dress up as a clown too.
You dressed up as Freddy Krueger.
Dress up as Freddie Prinze Jr.
I'm also checking on something real quick. All right, there we go. Okay, so after the stuff that Madcap does, well, you guys, with Vermilion in tow, are making your way back through the tunnels, sort of following the path that the late Tom, the first one, led you down. Heading back, pretty much the only like way you actually know. Takes a decent bit of time to walk through here as it did before. But eventually you guys get to where the ladder is that leads back into the trap door that leads back into her apartment. Is everybody here?
Yes.
Cake?
Oh yes, I'm here.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
You guys just head up it?
Yep.
Okay. So everybody heads up to Vermilion's apartment. She laments not being able to stay here.
As soon as we enter in, I'm gonna say, this is a nice space you got here.
Yes, well, it
Probably
was.
would have been nicer without papers all over the fucking floor.
Well, can't say that. Oh, never mind. I don't have a funny quip this time. All right. As you guys are in here, though, now that you're inside of this building again, there's a lot of sounds of people moving around, and there's some shouting of, "I want every corner of this bloody place searched and taken care of." By this, yeah.
We better get out of here, like, quick.
Scoo. Sorry.
We better get zooming, bro.
Zoink Scoo.
Is this door closed?
That door? It was closed last time you went down, so yes, it is still closed.
Well, who wants to look through?
Who wants to what?
Who wants to look through it? Actually, can I look through the lock?
You can, but you don't see anything immediately through there. But
I look at the group and I ask, do we run? Oh, wait, we have to wait for Madcap still, right?
No, he told you to go ahead to your place.
Okay. Yeah, so what does everybody think? Should we just run?
So the situation is that the building is potentially full of hostiles?
Yes. No, the building has hostiles in it.
All right, I would say to Pigeon...
they're heavy footfalls, too, so it's...
Are we on the second floor of this building?
You're
No,
on
we're on
the ground floor, which is the top left corner.
Are these
What,
windows by chance?
There are windows, but the ones here in this bathroom are very small.
What did they go? What did the voices
How
go and
so?
say?
They were saying they want every inch of this place searched.
So likely the guards then.
Judging by the sound of the footfalls, yeah, probably.
Wait, are we in a bathroom of some kind?
Yeah. Oh yeah, the
Perfect.
secret entrance was inside of like a clothes there was a false bottom to a clothes hamper inside of the bathroom.
I'm gonna say, I'll say, wait, guys, what if we just say we're using the bathroom? They can't get mad at us. They can't come in. That's so rude. We just say that we're in here and we're using it. What are they gonna do? You can't come in here. That would be not nice.
You haven't
People
done
don't do
the
that.
much, have you?
I just
Arco, we still have... That doesn't solve the problem. We have to get fucking out of here.
I just roll my eyes and I would say, what do you say, Pigeon? I disguise up again, lead them away, pretend I was taken hostage, and tell them, "Oh, they went this way. Follow me." I try to lead a few of them away.
Well, okay. First of all, these windows are small, right? How small?
Can we hear footfalls above us?
Yes, there are also footfalls that are passing by each side of the walls, from what you can tell.
I find it amusing that they haven't thought to check this room yet. Well,
Speaking of, so, as you guys are discussing this, Pigeon, you can feel the doorknob start to turn. As the keyhole, you can see that there is a armored individual wearing a yellow sash.
I've also asked a question 3 times and you still haven't answered it.
Oh, that's fair. What's the question? Sorry.
What's the size of the window?
The windows are very small. It would be a tight fit even for you to get through.
Okay. Quinn, you have the spell, what's it called? Misty Step, right?
Yes.
Break the window and Misty Step through it, unlock the front door.
Yeah, I'm gonna say,
Unlock the
Ajax
front door.
is going. Ajax is going to step up and put his back against the door, and he's going to call through the door and say, "Begone, ruffians! We want none of this issue or none of these troubles that you're bringing here. Just leave us be, or we'll call the guards."
Funny. You're talking to one of them. Open up. That's an order.
Oh, wait. Would I know? Okay. I would like to use my court functionary to know the name and appearance of a guard captain who I would have seen.
That you would have seen. Okay. Probably the captain of the Heights Guard would be the most likely.
Someone well known.
Yeah, it would probably be the captain of the Heights Guard. Let me double check what their name is. Okay, they're a high elf. Triandal Loreleth. He's the captain of the Heights Guards, and they wear purple sashes with their armor.
Okay.
Or violet is what I have written down, but purple.
I cast Major Image, and
Okay.
And instantly in the room, Tyrandol Megalith is standing here before us.
Okay.
I'm
this
gonna
bathroom.
I'm gonna go open
Yes.
up this,
Yes.
and I'm
Okay.
gonna hide in here.
In the
Okay.
back. No. I said a pigeon. No.
Why? I'm the only one who cannot pass as a person. I am in thief equipment.
Can Ajax? Could Ajax or Arco pass as some sort of guard?
Well, Arco has Bahamut Paladin gear on, so
Okay, good.
that's pretty obvious.
Okay, I'm going to use my action to have. Would you just write his name? I'm sorry. Is it a Tyrandol?
Yeah, Triandol.
Triandol.
Here we go.
Yes.
Actually, I have a question. I know there's a lot of time going on here, but like, is Vermilion as skinny or skinnier than me?
She's a female, so she is lighter built, but she's definitely in your size range.
Okay, so she could probably squeeze through this as well, the window.
It'd be hard. She's got the horns, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And she
So-
We'll cut them off.
Arco, come here.
That would involve a lot of screaming.
Actually,
Yeah.
wait. Can we try and open this window first, or is there no way to do that?
They do not appear to have a latch to open. It appears they are just in the wall.
Arco, smash the shit out of this window right now.
As this is
Guard.
happening, I say to Pigeon, "Do you not like my plan?"
No, your plan is shitty because there's a fucking man in a pigeon head here.
Trust me.
Captain, we got some people inside here. As he continues to try and move the door.
I would.
Ajax, I'm gonna need a strength and athletics check from you.
I'm gonna call out to him as I'm doing this and
Okay.
go and say, "Haha, prove it. I don't believe you." To his remark that he is a guard.
Okay. That's pretty good. Ooh, he also rolled pretty good, but his modifier is not as good. So you're holding fast. It's going. He goes. It's like, well, hold on a minute, because you'll have proof soon enough. And you can hear there's a lot more footfalls coming.
Okay.
And
As this happens, I use my action to have Triandol call out. This is Triandol Loreleth of the. What is it of?
the violet sashes.
I would say of the Violet Sashes.
Mm-hmm.
Of the Violet Sashes, identify yourself.
All right. Considering that it is a perfect replica of him, right?
Yep.
So it would use his voice as well. You would hear a voice a little bit further away from the door, but still calling out loudly.
Bullshit! I'm so and so.
Captain Urberus Harafen of the North Side Guard District of the Yellow Sashes. You're a long way from your district, Captain.
Ah, yes, well done.
You mind telling me why there's a number of commotion going on in there? I wasn't aware that you would be handling this investigation as well.
Ah, yes, well, lucky for you I am. I'll need a status report right away.
You mind showing yourself? I don't like shouting this much. Perhaps we can talk face to face.
You there, Ajax, open the door.
I will step aside and I'll brace myself against it, but slowly open the door, kind of peeking out as if I am, cautiously doing so.
I'm gonna get into this, drop, and try and hide.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so Ajax kind of braces against the door. You open it. It opens inward. So
Okay. So
uh,
I will. Yeah.
the guards come out. They do have their weapons drawn.
Ah, well done, guards. Well done. So now I would want Triandol to like the second Ajax opens the door, I would want Triandol to attempt to leave the room, right?
Okay.
And say, well done, well done. I'll make sure you're put in for a commendation. Now you, Paladin, take these prisoners back to my holding cell while I have a word with the captain here. We have a lot to discuss, you and I.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I mean, sir.
Yes, well done. You can always count on Paladins of Bahamut, can't you, Captain? Ha ha!
All right. Just so you know, Ellis, I rolled checks for the three guards in here.
They all rolled 20s.
The two here are very preoccupied. The guy with the chalice icon is the captain.
Okay.
He goes. You see him squint his eyes a little bit. He takes his sword that he has out and thrusts it at the illusion, and it goes through. And he goes, "A likely story. Guards, take them in."
Initiative.
Well, yeah, that's gonna be some initiative. I'm sorry, he rolled a natural 20, Ellis. I'm so sorry.
I will forgive you.
No, you don't need to apologize because their plan sucked.
10. Oh, 9. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not going to go and roll initiative. I'm simply going to go and step back against the wall and put my hands up.
Fair?
I'm gonna try and stay hidden.
Okay.
I am going to swing.
At the window.
Yes. Also,
10. Pigeon Man got a 9. I got an 8.
I just learned this, but Indiana Jones, like all of the movies, were just taken off of Netflix like this week,
That
and
sucks.
I am so bummed out.
It's because it's owned by Disney.
Yeah, but what is it going to be on Disney Plus? Also, they're coming out with a 5th one, and Shia LaBeouf wants to be Indiana Jones in that one.
No,
just
fuck
throwing
him.
that out there.
No.
But they are coming out with a 5th one,
Yes.
and
His name is in Indiana, and he is not a Jones, actually.
I don't know how I feel about it, considering how bad the 4th one was.
I mean,
sorry.
That was the 4th Indiana Jones.
The swinging through the trees
Yeah.
with the monkeys.
The Crystal Skull.
The Crystal Skull was
What are
so
you talking
bad.
about?
I think Leg's memeing.
That's
No,
the
what do
only
you
one.
mean?
No, you cannot avoid this. It
Here's the thing:
happened.
the fourth
You
one
just
is the
have
only
to
one.
accept it.
It was the first one I actually saw in entirety.
Oof.
Come on, there's Raiders, there's Temple of Doom, and Last Crusade.
Do we get to do anything before initiative starts?
I'll give you one quick thing that you can do.
Okay. While he's stabbing the thing, I cast friends on him.
I think technically you cast friends on yourself, right? But I mean, technically.
It says one creature of your choice.
Oh, it's a self buff, but while you have it, it targets one creature.
Okay.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just
And in this time, I would also like to. Oh man, is that a good idea? I was thinking about creating my marine layer around me and give everybody disadvantage on everything for the next 10 minutes. But I don't think I'm gonna do that
why would you do that?
because it'd be funny. But I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'm actually, if it's okay, I would like to. Oh shoot, where is it? I'm gonna cast my Fury of the Tides if possible. Get my channel
Okay.
divinity going.
Yeah, I'll say you can get that off real quick.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Quinn goes up to the guard captain and kind of.
Can I be added to initiative, please?
You are on there.
I don't see myself.
All right, hold on. There we go. Do you see yourself
Dang.
now?
I do.
Okay. Everybody sees themselves, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Except for Vorm, who specifically is not attacking.
Boo. Get in the fight, loser. I'm just kidding.
All right.
Right.
So
So
first are
okay.
okay. Well, you have friends up, and then we'll get to what you do on your turn. All right. So first, the guards. This is gonna move up to Lantern. I was gonna say, "You're a man of the law, ain't you? If you really are what you say you are, you'll know what's good for you and give up right now." And he's gonna just look at you, and he's gonna give you one chance to not do anything stupid. The other
I'm
one
gonna-
here.
Oh.
Well, again, get to what you have on your turn.
Yeah. Turn order.
Gwen, your dexterity bonus is +3, right?
Checking. Yes.
Okay, just wanted to make sure I had the point right. The other one here is going to look at Ajax, who is visibly surrendering. He goes, "Good man," and he's going to go and reach for some manacles.
I will simply lower my hands and hold them out to him.
Okay. As an action, he'll go and put the manacles on you. And then some other ones start moving in.
Man.
One coming from down the stairs. All right. That's now it's the captain's turn. He's going to move up. Starts to recognize Vermilion and goes, "Are they kidnapping you, miss?"
Am I still holding her, by the way?
I would say in order to do your channel divinity, you would have had to let go of her.
I think.
Sure.
But
I
she's
think.
still tied up.
I think Vermilion should roll initiative also.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you right. Let me see. She, funnily enough, gets to go after the captain. So I rolled a 12.
Lucky.
Yeah.
Oh, unlucky. Fuck.
Yeah.
Possibly.
No, really.
You know what? She's actually going to hold her action until Quen goes, because she saw that, like, from behind, like, Quen's back, she did the somatic components for a spell. Just like, she's trying something. I'm going to keep my mouth shut until then. All right. Now it's Quen's turn.
Cobra, I'm sorry in advance. Quen would kind of like fall to her knees, right, next to Vermilion and say, "Captain, thank goodness you came. He captured us. He made us stay here. It was horrible."
Who?
The madcap. You've got to stop him.
Okay. Make a deception check,
Sure.
and you have advantage because of friends.
I sure do.
Just as easily said Don Fat Tusk captured us.
I'm afraid he might be in league with Don Fat Tusk, and we know he's not in league with you.
That's a worthwhile fear, I will say.
I'll give you that.
All right. I don't think he's gonna beat this.
And I'm trying to just like I'm like sobbing as convincingly
8.
as I can. 8.
He's so close.
The madcap, you say? Well. That's quite. Ain't that curious? All right.
He just ran that way when he heard you coming. If you go now, you might catch him.
Which way are you pointing?
I'm pointing out the door in this direction.
Okay. Vermilion will say, No, your head's not on straight. It was the side door over there in that bedroom, pointing to over here. He goes, Why would he run out the front door? She's basically going to be reinforcing
Oh.
your lie.
Which leads me to believe that she doesn't trust the guards.
Maybe.
Interesting.
All right. Lantern. You now have a bunch of people spouting a bunch of bullshit, and you have a guard who's asked you to stand down.
We're talking smack about your good friend Madcap.
I kind of. Oh my gosh! Dude, even out of character, I don't know what to do.
You can always hold.
Yeah, no, I'll actually do that. I'm
Okay.
going to. I'll definitely hold an attack with my melee weapon,
Okay.
100%. And I'm gonna see if I have any bonus actions that I want to do really quick, just in case.
Not how. Hold on, let me read Expeditious Retreat.
With
Concentration?
the
Yeah, it's concentration. Yeah. So I'll just hold my what's this called? I'll hold my attack.
okay, and your marine layer, or not your marine layer, your
Divinity.
Fury of Tides. Oh, okay, it's not a concentration. I think your marine layer is.
Yeah. I don't want to cast anything though, because if I cast it has to be a vocal cast, and I don't want to do that. So
Yeah.
I'll just hold my attack right now with my mace
Okay,
or
so
flail.
you're visibly not standing down, but you are not striking them either.
No.
Okay. All right, Pigeon Man. Doesn't seem like anybody has picked up on whether or not you're there. So you're just gonna stay.
Yep.
Okay. Just being as quiet as possible. All right. All right. Let me just roll something real quick as we get to the top of the turn. Oh fuck. Okay. All right. So, as you all are in this very tense situation, you hear more footsteps, but not on the wood of the building. More so from outside, hitting the cobblestone. And eventually, a voice calls out, not to any of you, by the looks of it. And it's a woman's voice, an authoritative woman's voice, who says, men of the yellow sashes, state your business. And all the other guards turn around, and the captain in front, who hears as well, is like, "Fuck." And he goes, "We are," and he answers back, "We are investigating on suspicion of criminal activity in here. You mind showing yourself?" And as the rest of the guards kind of move aside, I am on the wrong frickin' layer. This one, after cuffing Ajax, moves to the side here. And the rest of you see, entering into this room, an armored woman in with a blue sash around her guard's uniform. Shield at her side, sword sheathed, and looking very pissed off. She addresses the rest of the guards. Hold on. This new guy's name is hard. Hold on.
Do we know in character that this is Madcap's friend? Or is he not mentioned it?
I don't think so. I don't think any of
We
you would have
don't.
met her. I don't think any of you would have met her.
Out of character it is, right?
You do know that Madcap's uniform had a blue sash on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, this
So
is just me. I'm remembering sessions back. This is the person you talked to.
I'm guessing that's Lucia.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh dear.
So she moves in and looks to the rest of them. And goes, well, well, Captain Harafen. Interesting to see you here, of all places. I wasn't aware that this was on your radar. Well, certainly would be, considering this is my district. What are you doing here, Captain Caravella? She responds. She holds out her hand through the doorway as one of the guards walks up and passes a document to her. She holds it up and goes, orders from the Commandant. We are to be engaging in an investigation and sweep of this location on suspicion of an ally to the criminal organization, the Don's Johns, living here. And she looks around and goes, and look at that. There she is. Woman of the hour. And Vermilion's like looking around very cautiously. And just like she looks very panicked at the moment.
If I may, Justin,
Mhm.
Quen would just kind of subconsciously hold out her right arm and kind of hold it in front of Vermilion almost protectively.
Okay, that's fine. And it seems... Okay. What did you want?
Where I'm standing, can I see the captain? The woman?
Yeah, I would say the door is open like as much as the hinges will allow, and it's like kind of resting on your back foot.
I would kind of clear my throat and say, Captain, there may be a bigger fish to fry.
She goes, wasn't aware I asked for your opinion, sir, but what do you mean by that?
You may be after Fat Tusk's accomplice, I believe, but rumor has it Fat Tusk himself is below.
Interesting. Well, that would certainly be cause for concern, wouldn't you say, Captain Harafen? Yes, it would. Good. Now, how about this? We'll consider this a joint effort. We'll sweep the house here above ground, and you can go down where this man suggests, and perhaps you'll find this fat drug lord and bring him to justice, the justice that he has so carefully evaded. Sound good to you? Or would you rather bring it up with the Commandant, because I'm certain he would love to talk to you at this time of night? Alright, I'm gonna roll some stuff in the background real quick for them. Sorry to kind of take control away from you guys, but this is what happens when two people
It's fine.
confront each other. God damn good
Hey,
job.
I'm just looking to
Lydia.
sacrifice guards that don't help me do anything, so...
Yeah, fuck them. Right you are, Captain. Yes. And he looks to you, Ajax. He goes, you said down below, what manner of entrance are we looking for?
I look over at the hamper and just go and look back at him and say, under the bin.
Oh. The guard in front of you, Arco, is like trying to get past you.
I'm going to stand my ground and kind of like get up in his face.
Trying to look where he pointed.
I'm gonna say, I wasn't paying attention to that part. I'm sorry. And I'll kind of move.
He goes and takes a look and kind of leads down and he goes, well, I'll be damned, Captain. He goes down pretty far. Right.
I'm gonna
It does.
clear my throat and hold my hands out and just say, kind of, look at him and look at the captain and go and say, help.
He motions for the one who locked up your hands to go and do it. He does so, and they stand aside and says, all right, on your way. And Captain Caravella looks to the rest of the all of you in there. Ooh, okay. All right. He goes, all right. And the lot of you, come with me. Even you back there, I know you're there. Kind of leaning over and like kind of attempting to see higher than everybody else here.
Is she referring to me?
Yeah, she rolled a 20 on her perception.
Oh shit, he's
I-
rolling 20s tonight, guys.
She's pretty tall.
I simply say, "Coo."
Yes, come along.
Coo, motherfucker.
And I get up, very close to the witch's side.
Okay. And one of them was like, "Boss, ain't that the fucking pigeon man?" He goes, "No, can't be. He's got arms, don't he?"
At this, Quinn
He's
would
supposed to have
say,
feathers. I thought he was a kenku.
Quinn would say, yes, he's just an admirer.
The captain goes, "An admirer of criminals. Well, shame that ain't a crime." All right. Give me 1 second. Damn it.
Holy pigeon steals from the rich and gives to the poor. A man to
Yeah.
look up to.
Yeah. If only a certain.
No, I said that.
I know. I'm out of character. If only a certain similarly named application would do the same.
I know, right?
That story is like the funniest fucking thing to me. Anyways.
And the only thing I took from it is the fact of his mask.
All right. So the captain starts shouting orders to the rest of the Hierophant, who, by the way, is a sea elf. So he is a blue-skinned elf with like the semblances of scales like around his neck area. And he's got like webbed fingers, and the like lower half of his ears have like those fish fins kind of attached to them. And he's got like these bright like orangish yellow eyes, not like glowing, but like the irises are very different. And he constantly looks sweaty. So Captain Caravella motions for you all to follow her as the rest of the yellow sashes start moving in and are going below to investigate, it seems. And once they are all out of, and making sure that once they are all out of earshot, here, I'm just going to group them up real quick and put them on a different layer. Okay. So, she pulls you guys out here and looks to the rest of her men, says, "What are you standing around for? I still expect you to search this place." And they salute very quickly and move off to search the rooms. This one's going to go in here. Well, I'm actually kind of glad I got here. Where's Madcap?
Down
The little one?
where the yellow ones are going.
Right. I was hoping I'd meet him here. Well, considering the investigating that was being done and his suspicions on Vermilion's crimes, just looking, kind of eyeing her very suspiciously, it appears you got to her first. Sad thing is, can I trust all of you?
Probably not.
But do you trust the Madcap?
Yeah.
Then I can trust you. I know from Councilman Thornton that a man by the name of Osric met with him recently. And I know who Madcap is. And I know that a Lady Cohen Green was accompanying him, along with many other people. Considering his investigations, I figured that this was the work of him and the individuals he has allied himself with. He's a former. He used to be under my supervision a long time ago. And I've been making sure that his life is easier, and he has made my life easier in these times. As for Captain Hierophant, I don't trust him one fucking bit. I imagine they're gonna go down there and say they found nothing after coming out for a few hours. However,
I
you
make a
all
face
seem
at that.
Oh, believe me, would want nothing more than to give him the proper justice he deserves, but I have to play nice, as I am still a captain as well.
Well, you know how you solve that.
Do tell.
You'd no longer become a captain. Maybe you go the road of old Osric. Osric the Honest.
I've considered that, but my position in the Guard, it's important to me. I respect Osric's decision to go our separate ways. And even if I don't agree with some of his methods, I know he has his heart in the right place. But for me,
His methods are exactly the same, that as a guard. He just does it as an individual, so it's illegal.
I wouldn't. Well, to an extent, sure, but we can't go around killing people willy-nilly.
Sure you can, it happens all the time.
It's not supposed to, but it does anyways, and people get away with it. That's my point. I want to try and change things from the inside, but I can't do that if the people at the top are dirty. None of that. Look, you've brought. I was coming here for Vermilion, and she kind of holds the piece of paper. And this, I went through a great deal of effort to ensure that this looked as authentic as possible. So, here's what I propose. We go somewhere safe, somewhere quiet and out of the way. We do some interrogation on our captive here, and we learn what our next move is. Because I'm tired of working in the dark and not understanding what the fuck is going on in my city. I've relied on the Madcap's intel for now, but well, as I said, I'm tired of sitting around. Something needs to be done.
Wait, are we waiting for Madcap or no?
Well, considering there's now a bunch of them coming through, and if he doesn't know a different way out, I think if you had a meeting place set up that is secure, I would say we continue on there. We can split off, and I can alone meet you there.
I give her my address. I tell her to make sure she was not followed. If she was followed, you don't even take a glance at it.
I'll do my best. But that sounds like it's near my district, so it won't be too hard to believe that I would be in the area. All right.
That is all.
All right. If the rest of you are okay with that, I'm going to make sure that things are settled here.
I like signed to Vermilion to come with me.
Okay.
Like right before she said that I'm already leaving.
Okay.
What time of the day is it currently?
It is definitely nighttime. It is. Let's just say you're closer to the sun coming up than you were when it went down.
Oh, okay.
So, She goes to start barking orders at her men again. Pigeon Man has gone outside with Vermilion.
Oh, we're like already walking to my place.
Oh, okay. I thought you were pulling her aside to say something.
No.
Okay. Do you put like a cloak over her or something?
No, she's gonna get a taste of the roofs.
Okay. Everybody following?
Oh, yeah, I'll untie her too.
Okay. Well, at this point, she backed you guys up, so she is very much, yeah. She knows that it's not a good idea to run away at this point. Does everybody follow?
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
If people are following me to the roofs, I ask you guys to stick to the streets, please.
Okay. And
Yeah, I wouldn't go up on the roofs.
I doubt you could really do that with how heavy you are, especially in your armor.
all right, so Pigeon Man's going by roof. Everybody else is on the floor, or is Vermilion on the roofs with you?
I asked Vermilion, like I'm showing Vermilion how to like move through the roofs.
Okay. She's definitely not as acrobatic as you, so she's going to need some assistance, which will slow you down.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Right.
He's got to go and he's got to wait for us anyway.
Yeah. So she does remark that, and it's like, well, this is certainly interesting, but aren't you afraid of slipping and falling and cracking your fucking head open?
Vermilion, if it happens, I'm from the bits. People die there every day. Same with the Shade Burrow. If I die, I die. It happens. I'm not gonna get a news. I'm not gonna get an article about it. And you know what? When I breathe up here, I can look down at people and I feel free.
Okay. All right. Well, with that, I'll say it's easy enough. It just takes a bit of time to get to the pigeon's coop. Streets are pretty clear this time of night as well. And occasionally, you have to kind of duck in somewhere and wait for somebody to pass. Down below, I will say Madcap, especially if you're moving mostly on your own, eventually throughout that hallway, you will hear a number.
Yeah, I was saying, like I imagine I hear them coming and can find a little.
Yeah, you can find a little alcove to hide behind. It's not hard, but you do see a number of yellow sash guards, which you know are the North Side District people, walking down. And roll a perception check real quick. Okay. Yeah, you hear one of them, the sea elf by the looks of it, whose armor's a bit more decorated, so you figure he's definitely someone of rank, but he's unfamiliar to you as far as people within the guard from your time. He goes, that fucking bitch. Can't believe she went over my head on that. I was told by the fat man that this would have been an easy job. And then they pass.
They're all together as a group.
Yeah. They're all kind of marching in. Not like marching, but they're all moving as a group. Yeah. They were the ones who went down below. Yeah, no, Ellis, you're big braining so much.
Hmm.
I don't trust any of the guards.
Just watch. Tarkov is the he's behind everything. Watch.
And then eventually, after they pass, you continue moving, go through all the stuff we talked about, and then we'll eventually meet up with everybody at the pigeon coop, which I will now take you all to because I made the map earlier.
We've been here before.
Well, yeah, you have, but I didn't have the map prepared at the time.
Yeah, Hostile. The little talk with Hostile and.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. I forgot.
Oh wait, is Pigeon's mom not here?
No, he moved
This
out.
is
Remember?
not, this is not his house or his mom's house.
I want to go to the Nask residence.
All right. Everybody goes in. Vermilion looks around and just goes, "Nice digs. You do well for yourself for a thief."
Thieving makes money, especially when you steal from rich people.
That's true.
Quen laughs.
After we'll say maybe about a half hour, eventually you do hear a knock on the door. Not 4 knocks, unless you specified that to Lucia.
Oh fuck, I didn't.
Okay, then it is she. There is a
I'm gonna pull out my sword and
Okay.
crack the door open.
and you see with a hood up and significantly less armor than before. You do see Lucia, and she does not have her weapons.
I kind of put my blade on the flat end on her back and like shimmy her in,
All right, she enters in.
and I close the door.
Well, she walks up over to Vermilion.
And I'm gonna pull out my loot, and I'm gonna go chill up here and play something.
Okay, just play some
I'm
ambiance.
not- I'm not gonna really talk. I'm just gonna listen, really.
She looks over to Vermilion and goes, "Well, well, well, councilwoman to be. Such dire straits you found yourself in. Take a seat." She goes, "I have been sitting for quite some time. I would prefer to stand." She goes, "I wasn't asking." She goes, "All right, fine. No need to get aggressive." She'll go and sit down at the table and kind of turn around and look to everybody else.
Quen will be staying kind of within arm's reach of Vermilion.
Oh, shout out to Lucia. Watch out, there's a knife on the table.
She just looks and goes, "I can see that. She goes for it. She won't know what hit her." Well, I imagine that there are questions to go around. I certainly have mine, but I want to see if we're all on the same page here.
Well, it seems to me that Madcap trusts you. I believe you've earned a bit of trust, getting us away from that Captain Harrafin, odious fellow.
Yes, I'm certain he's dirty. Maybe not everyone within his command, but he himself is. I am certain of that.
Oh, I believe all of his men are in the Don's pocket, based on what we heard.
I wouldn't put it past him. I would hope that I don't know, maybe the optimist in me just hopes that there's at least a few good souls among them.
I didn't know that the Don had the kind of resources to keep so many guards on his payroll.
Vermilion. And clearly you have no idea about the amount of money he pulls in.
Even without his casino or his brothel?
One or two of them is going to hurt, especially those ones from what I understand, but he still makes quite a bit of coin.
Perhaps it's time we redouble our efforts.
Right. Now, meta-wise, the reason I had Lucia say, I want to see if we're all on the same page, is because I don't want to have two NPCs talking to each other for very long.
No, that's my favorite part.
Yeah, I don't mind. I can
I
I love making the DM talk to himself.
Yeah, I can just.
I hate
Hey.
doing it.
It's
Hey.
so funny.
At least they weren't hitting on each other.
Oh, God. Yeah, no, absolutely not.
That's probably Justin's least favorite part about Sundays,
Yeah,
especially right now.
yeah.
Or actually, wait, is it worse when Vlad hits on people? Would you rather do two NPCs?
See, the thing is with Vlad, though, is at least, he has the stats to back it up. He's just kind of creepy sometimes.
I mean, yeah, he's creepy because he looks creepy and he has skeleton wings.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know which of those is worse. I I'm also trying to think time scale. I would say at some point during this, Madcap will show up. I will determine when.
Rush?
Yeah, just I don't want you to feel left out.
No. I had a reason for doing what I did, and
That's fair.
I knew
All
it would.
right.
And I knew I knew how it would turn out.
Well, we're starting to question her again, but Vermilion looks a lot more agreeable this time around.
Very well then. If I may call you Lucia, or do you prefer Captain Caravella?
Yeah, you can stick with Lucia for now. I think it best that's, in case anybody's listening, my rank not be heard. And she looks up to Pigeon Man. Have you taken your mask off yet?
Absolutely not.
Okay, just making sure.
Um,
But I like that. But that one's thinking ahead. She points up to the Pigeon Man.
oh, you mean Justinian Nask? I mean, the pigeon?
You fuck.
No, I didn't say that. I wouldn't.
Oh, speaking of thinking ahead, you might find I stopped playing for a second. I put it on like next to me, and I take the bag that is like wrapped around me, take it off, and I toss it onto the floor in front of her. It is the bag of documents.
Yes, is that Vermilion's evidence cache?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, about high time we take a look at this, Vermilion?
perhaps. Let's see. Here, I am going to.
And I go back to playing.
I'm gonna ask a question of Lucia.
Okay.
Forgive me for asking. I hope it's not insensitive. It appears as though the Dawn's reach into the city guard is a bit deeper than we thought. Do you trust your own soldiers? Or do you have any weak links, anyone with debts?
I don't know. Recently, a contingent of gods were. Hold on, I'm posting. Now, the second one that I put in campaign notes, you will note does not have any official like seals on it, no marks of postage or anything like that. So you get the sense that this was never sent. And other than that, just like as far as for gameplay purposes, I'm not writing out like 30 different letters and correspondence. I don't have that kind of time. But looking through a lot of the other stuff, it is all very incriminating stuff that is pretty damning. And especially since she's here, you have some verbal testimony as well.
Did we meet Zarya at the brothel?
You did.
Is she the one I tried to hang from a sheet?
No, that was the one that
good.
Arco had. He had a talk with.
Oh, good. Okay.
I think about her every day.
We like. I like hugging.
So, she goes. Continuing on with what Lucia was saying, I had a small contingent of guardsmen. One of them, one of my sergeants, who went into the heights in search of, well, I don't know in search of what, but on orders from the commandant, my superior. And, well, Madcap came to me with a concern that one of them, perhaps the sergeant in question, knows who he really is or has suspicions on who he really is. I've been trying to verify if I think he's dirty or not, and as of yet, I don't know. I've given the Madcap information on where to find him, but I don't know if he's spoken with him or whatnot. But he has continued to return to his post, so he's still alive, for what it's worth. Other than that, I'm certain that most of my men are loyal to me and not their coin purses, as of yet.
Very well. So reading this, I would say, Quinn would say, "Oh dear, Yeah, I would, whisper as much as is feasible. Sergia, do you know, is your sister safe?
Well, I assume it was you all who. Wait, did you mention to her about your hit on the brothel, or?
I did say I was boasting about cutting off the Don's finances. I mentioned the brothel and the casino.
Well, I'm starting to think that the hit on Forben's brothel was you all.
Yes,
Don't look at me.
I can assure you that we didn't harm any of the staff in Forbin. She wasn't killed by our hands.
Right. Well, since then I got her out of that place, and I've taken her to the Temple of Arathis. She's being treated for her ailments right now, but I think a place like that, surrounded by that many priests and holy warriors, is going to be the only place that she would be safe
Good.
from the dawn. But I've heard that withdrawal from the ashes, even if it's only recreationally, but she was being forced to. I hear the withdrawal is terrible.
Could we? I've heard tell of a substance. I gotta look it up.
The Dwalineth, I think.
Yes, the Dwalineth. Have you heard of Dwalineth? It's a concoction that helps, I believe.
I have, but it may help with the immediate effects, but the dependency on the ash is still something that one can grow accustomed to.
It won't. It wouldn't ease the withdrawal then.
No.
I'm sorry.
The Dwalineth is too. It goes from what you're an elf. It goes back a long time. They've got the mixture figured out. They know how to make that stuff work.
Of course.
There's a little thing in italices that I put in. Once you get to the journal that has like the little like tiny key lock, Vermilion will kind of pat herself down. It's like, and hands you the key for it, so you can scroll through it.
All right. Is Ajax at the far table, just kind of listening?
Ajax is actually at the far table going and stripping down. He's pulled out a cloth haversack and is going and pulling off his armor and putting it away. He's got to work. He's got to report to work and unlock in the morning. It's getting time for work.
It's getting into the wee hours.
Yeah.
Perhaps there could be something that could point us in the direction of your betrothed, my new friend.
Not in this room. That's for damn sure. Even with her here, and he points at the captain.
You'll have to forgive my friend. He has a slight distaste for some of your less professional colleagues.
I snort at that and glare at her.
Come now, Ajax. Our list of allies grows short.
That could be a discussion for another. That could be a discussion for another time, sir. But for now,
our short ally list is the only reason that I've let her into my home. As much as I disagree with the fact that you're a guardsman, it could be useful.
Well, this guardsman that you have so little trust of was once a known confidant of a certain predecessor of yours, as it seems.
Huh?
The owlbear.
Yes. I knew him quite well back when I was... yeah?
Is there, like, a ballad of the owlbear?
There are bards who have written ballads about the owlbear.
Can I play one?
Yeah, I would say you definitely know one. I like that one. That one's actually flattering.
Fuck.
Is Is Pigeon a
But
bard?
I think you could. But I think you're a little out of practice.
Is Pigeon a
My
bard?
fingers haven't. I my character backstory is that I dropped out of bard school.
What's your actual class, though?
I'm a thief rogue.
Oh, okay. I'm like, how am I on session 10? I didn't know he was a bard.
I'm a variant human, and I have my feat is magic initiate bard.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
And I begged Justin to have an instrument, and by begged I mean asked not very nicely once, and he said yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I figured one instrument is fine given his background. I mean, what does that do? It's not like it's a spellcasting focus or anything.
Yeah.
Anyways, you were getting cut off. What were you trying to say, Ellis?
Oh no, I was just expressing confusion
that you didn't know.
that Pigeon was a. I thought Pigeon's actual class was bard. I'm like, how did I not know that?
She says, yes, I knew the Albert quite well back when I was, God, before I even became sergeant. We happened to run into each other and, well, saved each other's lives, as it happens. Since then, I was his man on the inside, and before he passed, he trusted me with some very important information that I unfortunately was unable to decipher the true meaning of. But that's neither here nor there. That's something we can get to later.
The owlbear said something. There's a message you're trying to decipher?
The latter half of the notes and journals he gave me are encrypted, and I am not equipped with dealing with that sort of thing. Whoops.
Do you think it's a type of cant?
I don't think so. I've taken it to some informants before, and they weren't able to. It definitely seems like it's not something that's common. It's probably something he came up with. And he neglected to give me the cipher.
I know somebody who might, if you don't mind giving it to me.
It's reminiscing on the past and the dead vigilante, but what's that got to do with me? Not Lucy, Vermilion says. I would say at this point, as people are like reading through all this stuff, because I imagine there's probably some people reading.
Well, we're talking about the dead vigilante, Vermilion, because he's done more than anybody in your run position ever has.
Was that 4 or 3?
That was 4.
Okay.
I jump down, and I open the door and let Madcap in.
Yep.
Sorry for being tardy. I had something to take care of.
As the unknown other woman in the room turns around, you see the familiar face of your former captain, Madcap.
The fuck?
It's a long story, believe me.
I'll have to hear it sometime. This is probably the least expected thing to happen tonight.
Well, yes, probably. But I had to call in a lot of favors and do a lot of things I'm not proud of to be there that night, and I was really hoping that you were going to be there.
I mean, beware. What are you talking about?
I got an order from the Commandant forged so that I could be officially on the investigation of and she does air quotes, investigation of the Don's Johns in the North Side area, specifically targeting this one, pointing to Vermilion, on suspicion of corruption. Thankfully, it fooled Captain Harafen, the Yellow Sashes. But I fear that he might be in league with one of the criminal elements here. The Dawn Probably, most likely. But it could be one of the others as well. That is entirely possible.
Harrison, is he the sea elf?
Yes. How did you know? He became a captain long before, a bit after you quit.
Well, he was. First of all, he's not very good at his job. I found a little alcove, and he walked right past me in the underground passage. And while he was passing me, he remarked that he was unhappy with the current state of events, and that the Don said the job would be a lot easier.
Well, if there's one thing, well, he's certainly not subtle when he thinks nobody's watching. That's for sure.
Yes, and he said it right in front of his men too.
Likely they're in on it. That's a possibility. He probably only took the people he trusted.
He's lucky he was. I was so outnumbered. I'd probably just have taken care of it then and there.
As much as I would have liked to get rid of a criminal element, I would hate for that sort of blood to be on your hands.
I wouldn't.
Well, I'm glad you're here. We're just getting on with going through the evidence that Lady Vermilion has given us. It's quite substantial.
Well, that's good to hear. She'll be as use for once.
Right, and I'm still here waiting for the big questions to be asked.
What, are you
Is
waiting for
anyone
me?
cold?
Sorry, what? Like,
I asked the big question.
I
What
didn't
was
catch it.
I asked if anyone was cold.
I mean, it's a little chilly in here.
Wait,
I
are you
can light a
talking
fire.
in game?
Yes.
Oh man, because I was gonna be like, yeah, my feet are cold. I'm gonna go put on socks. There we are.
Madcap would say, "What were you waiting for me?"
Well, a little, but I figured it'd be a good opportunity for us to at least get to, pour through the paperwork this one's provided.
I mean, I have personal questions I'd like to ask her, but if anyone has anything they want to, bring up first.
If nobody does, go ahead.
I mean, does no one have any questions about?
I really just want her to dump everything. I don't want to have to ask questions.
Well, that's the thing is,
You gotta get her started.
yeah, you kind of do have to get her started. That's the thing.
How
Just
long
like
have you been? I'll say, how long have you been working for the Dawn?
As she starts talking, Lucia starts looking around for she starts going through your desk, Pigeon Man, to find quill and ink and paper, and eventually
It's on the right side.
thank you, and goes and sits down and starts taking notes as people are talking. Continue. She says, I've been campaigning for about 4 months, and I have been in league with the Dawn about 3 of those. It wasn't until I had a late night tryst with one counselor, Tarkov, that, well, he asked me a rather innocuous question if I was really serious about taking Barris Thornton's position. I said I was. I feel like that man has done very little for the people in the Dockside area, particularly those of us in the Shipwrights Guild. And, well, he said he could make arrangements for me to be better equipped to deal with that man's capital. Before I knew it, I was in league with the Johns.
What do you mean before you knew it? Just like that? I mean, where did you first meet them? I mean,
I'm trying to recall. I've tried to not think about it too much as of late, and I've been a bit stressed recently. But, They had me meet in Stromond Court. I don't remember the address. They just told me to go there, and somebody would find me and escort me to the location. I did, and I talked with the man I now know as Don Fat Tusk. He offered me a large sum of money for an assistance with my campaign, as well as a lot of dirt on Thornton and his operations for me to form my campaign around. And, well, he did his job. He did a good job behind the scenes, doing a bit of a smear job on him, just spreading rumors and such, making people distrust the man. Then I found out my sister was whoring for him, and I learned he was trying to get people there hooked on that ash that he was bringing in. Which I unfortunately learned I was assisting by, well, making people more wanting for less regulation on the docks. That was sort of one of my initial talking points, and I imagine that's why they wanted me in league with them. If they had me in their pocket on the council, getting stuff like that passed would be significantly easier and make their jobs a lot easier.
You're saying it was just an accident that your actions led to the bringing in of Ash.
I will fully admit that it was no accident, that I, within my position of power, prior to, well, there are a few businesses that I help manage, and while I have taken a bit of a backseat with that, I still have authority over that. They use that authority for me to put some of the Dawn's men in positions that will allow the ash to come in. You know, somebody looks the other way when certain packages are being checked. Certain procedures are not followed that allow the ash to come in. I will admit I was willingly complicit in it. But it was that, or something bad happened to my sister.
But
Or something bad happened to, and then eventually it became something bad happened to me.
But the ash coming into the city did hurt your sister.
I didn't learn that until later.
Well,
if you read my unsent letter, what I literally learned about that earlier this month.
Yes, but I wonder how many other families and other people have been harmed by this substance.
Countless, I'm sure, and I'm certain I will have to pay for all of it. But at this point, I don't give a shit. I just want that fat fuck. I just want that fat fuck's head on a pike.
And what should we do about Thornton?
Thornton, he's an asshole. But being an asshole is not a crime.
If we do nothing, do you have the votes, or do we need to intervene?
As of right now, I do. If he pulls something out of his ass, maybe he could make it a lot closer than we like.
Oh, if there was a way to lure him into publicly being seen with Fat Tusk or something like that.
The problem is getting Fat Tusk to be in the public in the first place. The man's quite secretive. He's very rarely seen on the streets.
Very true.
Now, Lucia remarks, it wasn't until a few years ago that I even had an idea of what he looked like. So that checks out.
What do you think, Arco? Looking at the Dragonborn.
So this whole time, Arco has definitely been reading whatever was at this desk. I just kind of forgot to ask because everybody was really kind of like into it. So I'm like,
Vision Man, what's on that desk?
Yeah, I was gonna like move over here.
There's lots of song titles and lots of crossed out song titles.
I'm reading through all of them.
Probably some sheet music here and there.
Oh God, do I have to? Yeah, probably some sheet music as well.
Just like, what is this song called? "Way of the Heart"?
I will write like 2 pages worth of songs.
Yes.
Imagine you ask that, and Arco's like, "Huh?" as you see, he's visibly reading sheet music and looking very confused.
Yeah, no, really.
There's just like My Chemical Romance guitar tabs.
Oh,
I just want to circle back to one thing real quick. It's your suggestion that it was Tarkov that put Fat Tusk on your scent?
that's pretty much what I implied. Either that, or it's either he got Fat Tusk on my scent on his own, or it's a knows a guy who knows a guy's kind of situation. All I know is that a week after everything went down with him, he never called again.
Maybe you weren't that good.
Oh, she gives you like this look of like, just like, really? Are we doing this right now?
You say there was a
Any-
week here. A lot can happen in a week.
Right. Either way, within a week, that's when I was approached. But I'll tell you this. Don't trust a fucking thing Tarkov says. I know he's dirty. I don't know how deep in he is. I don't know if he knows the Don's benefactors. He might. Don't trust a fucking word he says. Lucia looks very puzzled at that.
At the benefactors or what?
At not necessarily the benefactors. At the statement of don't trust Tarkov. Like, don't trust a single thing he says.
You
She's too busy taking notes.
you a Tarkov voter, Lucia?
It's just every time I've met the man, he's been nothing but cordial, and I mean, I've heard rumors he can be a bit intense in council meetings, but I always took that as he's passionate. A lot of good things have happened in Gelt because of him.
I keep hearing that people think he's just very pleasant. Something about it, I don't buy it.
Well, if it were magic such as Vermilion says, well, if it's magic like what you used on me last night, I'm certain people would know about it by now. Unless he's just that good. But I don't think he is. He doesn't strike me as the magic type.
Something's bothering me. These benefactors, we know so little about them, but we know they're presumably beings of great power, correct?
Right. The benefactors. Madcap, have you mentioned that to Lucia before?
I don't know if I mentioned the term benefactors.
But you did mention the tiefling.
I mentioned the tiefling, I mentioned the ninja lady.
Okay.
I mentioned the archer. Right? Wait, did I see her after that? No, I
don't think
did
so.
not see her after that. So I've not seen. So I haven't mentioned the moon elf or the archer.
Mhm.
But I don't. I'm assuming that the archers might be the other one. I don't know. Or the other one's probably Tarkov.
So she goes, benefactors. I've not come across that. Are these people within the Don's inner circles, or what? Fill me in.
The demon summoning tiefling and the
I remember that one that you mentioned.
the assassin looking. Was she an elf? Do I know if she's an elf?
The assassin, the ninja lady, Kaze, she's a half elf. You can tell by the length of her ears.
And the assassin half elf.
Assassin half elf. I imagine you give like as brief of a description as you can.
Yeah.
Okay, she writes that down.
Oh, and while I was being so wonderfully tortured in that dungeon, and I kind of glare at Vermilion, I met the moon elf. That was what the dwarf had mentioned. Yeah, she's one of the other benefactors. Her name is Lady Drake. And, she did pick a man up by the throat with one arm and drain the life out of him entirely in one moment. So there's that.
You when you say that, Vermilion's eyes kind of go very wide, and Lucia looks visibly perturbed by that. It's like, now that's surprising.
With my luck, they still wanted information out of me. So
Ellis, I'll say with your court functionary thing, when
Ooh.
she said lady, you kind of go through the fantasy Rolodex of lords and ladies that you know, and you don't know of anybody with the last name Drake.
Drake. Okay.
Especially not a moon elf. And if another thing too with you, and you would know this being an elf, moon elves are very rare.
Hmm.
Like rare to the point that even if two moon elves come together and have a child, it's no guarantee that that child will be another moon elf. There's a lot of dogma about them among the high elven culture that they are blessed by the moon weaver, with great power and slightly more exaggerated fey features. Like their ears tend to be a little bit longer, and there's obviously the skin tone. The one thing that is common among all of them is that they possess some form of talent. Like they have a savant like talent in something, whether it is an art form, magic, like they're naturally gifted in that, or something. They're just really, really good at something.
Okay, so let me check my notes here. So the moon elf in Kemmler's journal, there it's Drake, is what I'm piecing
You
together.
get the sense that you're probably putting that together because a moon elf being anywhere that has a high elven population is usually news.
Right.
And the fact that you haven't heard anything like that is weird.
I'll go Target.
Okay.
I'm playing D&D, you idiot.
No.
Mom, I'm with my cool friends.
No, that was my roommate trying to get me to go with her to Target, but I'm like, I'm literally playing D&D.
Oh, right. Yeah, right. I was just the time zone threw me off. I'm like Target's open. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's bothering me is that these beings supposedly of great power, why would they waste their time with a pathetic lowlife like Fat Tusk? Surely,
Well, if you ask me, oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, surely there's others in the city with greater power and influence and less baggage.
Something tells me that these benefactors of the dawn, this is Vermilion talking, they're not interested really in the goings on of the city. I think it's a means to an end for them. There's a different end goal that they have, and that they're using the dawn and whoever else in the city they're working with to that end.
the residual.
That have you mentioned that? I can't remember if you mentioned that.
Yeah, I've mentioned that to what's her name? I mean, we got these benefactors. They got the Johns and the Harkers to work together. It was the Harkers, right, that are running the ship. Pipers. All right, so we got the Don and the Pipers to work together.
Right. That's part of the reason why they're, from what I've understood with what the Dawn has told me, that's part of the reason they're bringing the Ash in, because that is helping to recover costs from this partnership. It takes a lot to get people over the water and into Draconia unseen so that they can steal shit. So he gets people hooked on the ash. The ash comes back in, helps to pay for the Pipers to continue operating and bring more over. And it's just this compounding cycle that keeps bringing in more and more money. Now, as for the residuum, you called it? It's that green crystal stuff, right?
That's it.
Yeah, I don't know what they want with that. I know I've only encountered that moon elf lady once, and she was with the tiefling. And they were very intent on making sure that they get more of that stuff than what they were getting at the time. This was a few months ago. So they have been attempting to ramp up their thievery or production. I don't know what the deal is with that. But they're very interested in ensuring that that stuff keeps coming in, with or without the ash.
Yes, when the demonologist realized that his shipment went missing somehow, these things happen, but he was quite unhappy, and that's what caused him to kill the Madame Forband.
As great.
What?
Just Jake's song names that he's typing out for
Oh.
cake.
Jesus.
There we go.
Transparent elf.
I like Colors of Madness. Oh man, these are all really good.
We're gonna write these, okay?
Yeah. If it's okay, and you can feel free to stop me, but like as this is all going on, I'm gonna kind of like, Arco's going to kind of like look around, and I'm gonna find a little quill, and I'm gonna start writing down my own title.
Okay.
And I'll type in the chat.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Let's see.
Why do I get the impression that these are all going to be centered around Bahamut?
What are you talking about? They won't all be sent around Bahamut.
Flock of pigeons. Oh. I hit my pop filter. All right. So while they're doing that in the background, while Arco and the Pigeon Man are collabing on their next mixtape.
Person only.
While you guys are over there going and chit-chatting, Ajax is kind of sitting there, slouched back in the chair. He's half asleep, if not already sleeping in the chair, now that he's stripped out of his armor.
Okay. Okay. While there's a break in the conversation, Lucy is gonna be writing something out separately on another piece of paper that I will intend to give to you, Form.
Okay.
So whether or not, like, basically she'll make sure that if you do fall asleep, or if you're leaving, that she will hand it to you.
Okay, yeah. I mean, he's kind of just slouching there in the chair. His right hand is up close to the collar of his shirt. But he's definitely dozing off at this point.
Okay.
I mean, it's probably like 4 a.m. or something like that.
It's getting
He
there.
does have to. He's got about 5 hours before he's got to go and open the tavern.
Yeah. Go ahead and keep asking stuff if you have any other questions. I'm just typing something out to Vorm.
Sorry, I was distracted by the OOC chat.
Okay, that's fine.
I guess before you get into what's going forward, what the fuck, Vermilion? I saved your goddamn life.
All right. First of all, this is going to be a discussion, so just before you decide to throw anything at me, let me explain. I had no idea what the fuck to do in that moment, and my instincts were to, at the very least, at least stick with people that I thought had my best interests at heart. But when it turns out that after I brought that they were not that they were happy that I brought you to them, but weren't exactly super keen on my continued partnership with them at that point, I felt like I couldn't win. So sorry, but I mean, first of all, that was a John safe house. Chances were somebody was going to show up that, you know, an unsavory type, and was probably going to run into us. Obviously, no guarantee, but
I mean, yeah. But it's like, did you at least put in a good word for me?
what do you mean?
I mean, did you, like, when they you came out and they kidnapped you, did you just tell them, like, I helped you and I saved your life or something?
I I did, but they weren't exactly super caring. I think they were more concerned with what you had done to them than what you've done for me.
It felt a little betrayed, you know?
Trust me, I am understanding that feeling very much, and I understand I'm the asshole in this situation. But I was panicking. What do you want from me?
So now what do we do?
I don't know. I would assume, she looks over to Lucia, I assume some form of protection might be in order so that if you do need anything else from me, I may still able to tell you.
I mean, I'm always glad to see you, Lucia, but it's a shame you're here because now I can't just kill her.
Oh, well, joyful.
And a minute ago,
Well, and also you're in my house. I would at least ask you to take her out back.
and a minute ago, you were bragging about saving her life.
Yet that was before I was fucking stabbed while tied to a chair.
Oh, we've all been stabbed a few times. You get used to it.
I hate to say it, but she's right, Lucia says.
Wait, you do?
Wait. I mean, that we all know what it's like to get stabbed, right? That's what...
No, he's saying wait, you do you get used to getting stabbed.
Oh, yeah, no, she does say that. Okay, I thought I was misreading the situation. Yeah. I mean, it hurts every single time, but, I mean, you eventually learn to shrug it off. That's a cheerful thought.
When did you save her life anyway, Madcap?
When you were trying to fucking kill her.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you're lucky you know how to charm people with magic. Otherwise, I would have screamed for help a lot sooner.
Charm who now? With what?
Oh, don't fuck with me on this.
Is this Vermilion?
Yeah. She's fucking pissed at you. Because with unless you're an enchanter, you know, when you do charm person, they know you did it when it's over.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, no, they do. You. I mean, we didn't know if you were one of the good ones yet.
You've been talking about killing her for days.
And yet,
yet here we are. She kind of leans back
yes.
in her seat.
And would you not say, Vermilion, that we had quite a chance earlier outside the Dawn's front door?
Yes, very much so. Yeah. Lucia's like, his front door?
Well, we weren't lying when we said we knew where he was. Or my friend Ajax was not lying.
Fuck.
Looking over at Ajax, who, like, I assume is, like, nodding off.
Oh, he's like half asleep at this point.
Yeah. If fucking Hierophant wasn't there, I would have dragged you all down there myself and we would have killed him together. Fuck!
And now Hierophant, who is in his pocket, is now down there probably giving him intel on all of us.
Just he can't. hopefully brief time that he met you. But now this probably puts more of a target on my back as well. Shit.
So, do we outnumber them?
What, the Dawn's men, or...
Well, your forces against...
I'm not engaging in open war with my own comrades, dirty or no. I'm the bad guy in that situation.
I wonder if we couldn't get Thornton's support. He'd probably like the Dawn dead more than anyone.
It's true, but he doesn't control the god. That's the Commandant, and I have my doubts on him as well.
The Commandant could be in on it as well?
Maybe not in on it with the Dawn, but in on it with somebody.
That's a dark proposition.
Yes, there's definitely something going on with the Dawn. Or sorry, with the Commandant. But I doubt he would. I doubt the Don's pockets are that big to get the Commandant under his sway. But I have a feeling that someone has him.
So somebody has him. Either somebody has him by the balls, or somebody's made a very convincing argument.
Tell me, Lucia, if it goes as high as the Commandant, can we trust Magister Lorash?
What? A Magister? There are no Magisters in Marduk. What do you want about?
Oh, hold on a minute.
Yeah, Magisters is a draconian term.
Oh, excuse me. Can we trust Marquis Vannon?
Marquis Vannon? I don't know.
Who's that?
The Marquis.
He's the head of the
guy
counselors.
who's like, yeah, he's the appointed head of the council.
Oh, okay.
Why do I have Magister Lorash, high-ranking noble mage from Draconia on my character sheet?
Because he is.
It was because, well, matter of fact, he is. Secondly, that was the box that the other residuum was in had that engraved on the bottom as like the estate of Magister Lorash in Draconic.
That's right. It was like he's like dead, isn't he?
No, not as far as you know.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you don't even know what city he's based out of. He could be in Belisarius near the coast, or he could be all the way in the capital.
Yes, we know that Vanon's very passive. Probably a lot of things happening under his nose, but there must be someone pulling the strings.
I'm starting to think I have an idea of who it is.
Now, is the Commandant on the council, or does he report to someone?
The Commandant sits in on council meetings, but their vote doesn't count. They're more of a... Think of him as like an advisor. His men are down in the dirt with everybody else. And so he advises on the goings on. He provides local intel. The council thinks top down, he thinks bottom up, or is supposed to. But unfortunately, our charter does not allow for his vote to count. But his word has merit. And yet, a draconian stooge has a vote.
Well, that's the treaty.
Nothing we can do about that. And honestly, at this point, I don't think Draconia is in on anything. They're just here to make things difficult for us.
And wouldn't a way to make things difficult be having a bunch of illicit substances flooding our docks?
Here's the thing. Draconia is much harsher in their punishments when it comes to smuggling and other things like that. The only way you get away with that is if you're rich. But they run a pretty tight ship. But fortunately for the Dawn and the Pipers, they're very good at what they do. And besides, I doubt Draconia... what's the phrase... Out of character. What's the phrase of... like, you catch more flies with honey?
Yeah, than vinegar.
Right? Yeah. You catch more flies with honey than vinegar. If they truly want to make us like them, they would work on making us like them, not force us to. That didn't work out for them so well last time.
No, but I wonder if council member Calzaris was informed of these things. I wonder if you would be obliged to do something about it.
She's very unpleasant. I try not to talk to her. But that's beside the point. External politics aside, this is not... I don't think that's... We're getting off topic. Vermilion's like, I have no idea what half of you are talking about. I just... You're going a little bit more over my head. Maybe if I was part of the council, I would know, though.
I look to...
Raises her eyebrows.
I look to Vermilion, and I say, just, I've been in the city for quite a while. You'll catch up, don't worry. Perhaps if you win the election, perhaps you might have need of someone with a bit of knowledge.
Right, but who's going to run around and charm people?
Well...
Is it seriously still a consideration of having her become a council member?
Lucia goes, I would certainly hope it's not.
Well, I mean, if not her, then we're stuck with Thornton.
From what I understand, you made a good impression on him. Looking at the two of you.
Oh, I wish I could...
I think he can... He's an asshole. I'll give you that. But I think he can be reasoned with when push comes to shove. The problem is he's more of a bureaucrat than anything, so he thinks about things differently.
I mean, what's our goal in messing with the election, aside from just making sure it's not mired by corruption? Do we have an end game of demands that we want implemented? I don't.
Well, Vermilion says, well, I think at the very least it would, if you intend on continuing to fight the good fight, as it were, I think having somebody who can feed you information from the council with reliable first-hand experience at that, or knowledge, then that would be very beneficial, I think. Plus, it would probably make your jobs a little bit easier. I mean, you have a captain on your side, obviously, but even then, she's very limited in her scope. No offense. Lucia kind of waves that comment away. But again, I'm not the one making the decisions here. I am 100% at your mercy. Whether I end up back at where I was going, or on a boat with my sister to God knows where, or in a jail cell, I've resigned. I have no control over my fate at this point.
Well, I, for one, am tiring of this. It seems as though we're stuck with choosing between two, forgive me, Sergio, unsavory types, one perhaps worse than the other. Perhaps we'd be better to be rid of both of them.
That's entirely possible, but just opening up a... I mean, at that point, you're opening up for anybody to try and claim that spot, and that's... I don't know about you, but if there's one thing I've learned from the Dawn, having control and knowing the odds on your bet is a lot better than going in blind.
Do you happen to know, Vermilion, the comings and goings of Ordok Calmorn?
That's the sailor, right? Blue Dragonborn fellow?
Yes, we actually left him with Thornton. He seems to have agreed to give something of a endorsement to the good counselor.
Well, if I was going to say if he was going to pull anything out of his ass, that would have been at least a celebrity endorsement. Would definitely be something I would think of. As far as if that's enough to sway people, I don't know.
So
Might make it closer.
You don't think he has anything? He's not dirty.
Calamorn? Oh, no. I mean, sure, he plunders old ruins for riches and other things like that, but those places are long abandoned. Who's going to miss it?
What do you think we should do, Pigeon?
I ain't got a fucking clue.
Cool.
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 Madcap?
I mean, there's no way she becomes counselor. We have enough evidence to do something with her. I'm not going to kill her in front of my former boss.
And hopefully not behind her back, I hope. She kind of laughs nervously.
You know,
It's too late for that, so no.
I rather vote that I hate to say it, but she's rather growing on me. She just strikes me as quite a bit less slimy than Thornton. I don't know, something about it.
Oh, believe me, I have enough. There's enough slime to go around. Trust me. I'm just. I think my conscience is starting to break through a bit.
That's why you think she's less slimy.
Because she has a conscience?
No, everybody does, but hers is showing.
So, Madcap, wouldn't we be better off, or should we put her on a boat with her sister and we'll just hope for the best with Thornton?
I mean, what is it you want? I really want to know what your end goal is. I've been pretty upfront with mine. Arco, I think we all know where he stands.
Mhm.
The Pigeon has also been pretty upfront with his motives. I can never pin you down on what you want. You want to kill Vermilion, you want to work with Thornton, you want to usurp Thornton to place yourself on the council, then you want to kill Vermilion some more, then you don't want to kill Vermilion.
You want to kill Vermilion some more?
Vermilion and Lucia both look very quizzically, and Lucia says, "Well, Lady Cohen Green, that is quite the character arc there."
Well, if you bet on both horses, you can't lose, can you?
Vermilion says, "Tell that to the Dawn."
Well, I don't know anyone who's betting on him.
But I mean, where do you stand? I mean, are you just doing this for your own clout, to advance your own position? And by whatever means necessary?
My good friend Madcap, I simply want the good people of Marduk to be safe and for the city to be a shining beacon of light for the rest of the world. And of course, we mustn't forget Ajax's fiance. Finding her is so very important to me. It's a goal that we all must share.
He's getting a few winks in.
Everything you say, I believe less and less the more you talk.
See now, and Vermilion says, "And see now, isn't that funny? Because I think I'm being the most honest I've been in a very long time."
I can tell.
Turn tables.
It's certainly endearing you
You
to all
know,
of us.
Vermilion, if somebody told me that this interaction was the first time you've been honest in your entire life, I'd believe it.
I don't know if I should take that as a. You know what? I'm going to take that as an insult.
That is an insult.
Good.
To be honest, Madcap, I don't know anymore. There was a time that I wanted those who killed the owl bear to pay. I wanted to follow his example, but this city is so corrupt, and the players in it just as bad that I sometimes wonder where justice can be found. And with that, I grip the edge of the table, my knuckles turning white as I look down sadly.
will turn and look to you and say, the owlbear always told me that justice is in the hands of those who seek it. It's not something we can expect to come to us. It's something we have to seek. And she looks over to Ajax. I really hope he was listening, but never mind. But if you truly do want that, then you need to get it. That's why I work so hard to keep the midden as secure as it is, and very much overextending my reach, much to my own detriment, I'm sure. But I do it because it has to be done. He was my friend too. So,
as you speak to Ajax, I would walk over and cast Prestidigitation, creating the odor of smelling salts right under his nose.
okay. I don't know.
Smelling salt is a chemical reaction, I believe. It's not necessarily the scent.
Oh, hello, Sibco. Welcome.
Could be wrong, but
I mean, you could also just do like some sort of really rank incense, probably.
He's like, what's on the what's on the table in front of me?
A lot of paper.
A lot of paper. All right. Well, then he wouldn't be tipping
And
back
probably
in
an
the chair.
unlit candle.
Well, the reason I'm
And an
asking is because if it was just a half empty table or whatever, he'd probably be like tipping back in the chair with his feet up on the table sleeping. But if there's paper on it, he's not going to put his feet on there.
That would be rude.
You could put
Exactly.
you could put your feet on the other chair.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, he'd be sitting like that then. I didn't see that there was a second chair there. Yeah.
Do I see that Quen is going to cast a spell?
I would say so. I mean, she does Prestidigitation has verbal and somatic.
Yep.
Yeah, you would see her do like a quick incantation and some hand movements.
Quen, I cast Mage Hand and I tap Ajax on the shoulder.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't know that one.
He'd be out of range for that though. Okay. Yeah, you hop down, barrel roll, and ha.
Well, he could go and cast he could cast Mage Hand and then hop down and move it. Either way, I would definitely wake to that and probably wake with a start.
Mm-hmm.
Coming to my feet, probably with fists up.
Oh.
It's chill. I didn't want to wake you, but somebody would have stank up the place to wake you. I would rather touch you.
How are you touching me from over there? I'm looking
Magic.
around as I ask.
Magic.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, God, I need to sleep more. What? Why are we waking me?
I don't know. Ask Quen. The wake.
I look to Quen and give her a questioning look.
You're getting a pep talk.
To be fair, I was giving you the pep talk. I just figured it might also be pertinent to him.
Yes, I didn't want you to miss any chance for character development.
I'd like to think of myself as a well-developed character. Thank you very much, being in world.
You always have more character development. You never have too much.
No.
No. That would be Ajax's thoughts to that statement. But he's gonna kind of go and rub his head and be like, "Let's wait till the morning." I do have to be up and probably shortly.
All right. Well, look, be that as it may, there's a lot more that we can go over, but now that we have a clearer idea of looking at all the evidence on the table, now that we have a clearer idea, this is Lucia talking. Because I now realize that Lucia and Vermilion's voices are very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah. I only know like 2 female voices, so. Um,
Voice
Lucia
mod.
God, if only I knew how to do that.
Oh no, there's an app you can use.
You use Reaper, so you can't use it, Justin.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh.
Lucia says, I at least have a lot more pull on whether or not, on which, things need to be raided, but if they're outside of my district, it's going to be a lot harder to convince people to do it. But we know of a stronghold below the city, apparently, where the Dawn cavorts. Based on Vermilion's testimony, we also know that the Stromond Court location is probably worth investigating. There's matters of the council and whatnot, but that's going to take time. And I don't know. There's a lot that we don't know, but there's a lot more that we know now that we can work off of. I think for now, I think it best that I take her into custody. One, to keep up with the little lie I gave Captain Hierophant, and see what else I can get out of her. And then that way she's also under my protection.
That's what to say. Make sure she's kept safe, and don't put yourself out there too far either.
I'm trying not to, but it's getting a lot harder to do that.
After tonight, you'll definitely be on the radar.
That is what I'm concerned of. So I'm going to have to lay very low until then.
Would we not be safer together until we've dealt with this Fat Tusk business?
You all? Probably. Me? I have a job to do.
In my home country, my grandmother lived in the Valinor Islands, and we had a saying amongst the Wood Elves. It was Kratia Kratamana Fnumna, which translates roughly to "Don't split the party."
I have heard that one, actually.
But if you feel she'd be safe in a holding cell,
I do. And that's not just the god in me talking.
Vermilion, you all right with this?
Assuming I don't end up dead in 24 hours, it's better than nothing.
I'll say we appreciate your friendship, Lucia, but if anything does happen to her, I don't know if the Dawn will be your biggest problem.
Trust me, if anything bad happens to her, it's going to be something out of my hands. Either that or I'm going down alongside her at this point.
If something bad happens to Vermilion, it'd be a damn shame. But nothing will happen to Lucia.
Well, Madcap, I will say you've pointed out my own hypocrisy, perhaps in my flip-flopping, but you as well, stopping me from attempting, in your words, from doing harm to poor Sergia here, and then a minor attempt on your life, and then you become very bloodthirsty. I don't know.
We weren't supposed to kill her then because she had information, and and that plan was agreed upon. At least I thought so.
I would turn to Vermilion and say, "See, once he has the information, I don't know. See, I'm concerned for your well-being."
I don't
I
think anyone
appreciate that,
believes
but
that.
I don't give a shit anymore, honestly. I'm honestly kind of over it. We've all done things we're not proud of. I've done a lot of things I'm not proud of, and I hope that I can make amends for it with whatever time I have left.
Out of curiosity, what guard would my tavern be under?
Yours would actually be under Lucia's guard because
Lucia's?
they handle the Midden and Harkon's Plaza. Though Harkon's
Okay.
Plaza, because it's like right in the center, there is a lot of mixing of other guards. So you've also dealt with yellow sashes before, as well as on occasion.
So chances
Red
are
sashes.
she would very likely know roughly who I am, or at least have heard of me.
Yeah, now that you've taken your armor off and she's getting a closer look at you, she goes, "Wait, I know you. You run the Gull, right?
Wait, I know you.
Wait, I know you. You you run the Gull by just outside of the plaza near the canal, right?"
Yes, I do.
Hmm.
And I must say that your guard leave much to be uh, desired.
Well, we do what we can, but I run a tight ship in this area, and well, I overextend a little too much. I know you are, based on what they've told me, in search of your wife. You have my condolences.
Fiance, but
Fiance.
close enough. Um, look, if you're all for clearing up the city, uh, you may want to have uh, your guards drop by from time to time. I'm sure there's more of the Don's men floating around. They pay more often than not, but they're not supposed to be doing business there. And I'd rather like having them cleared out. They get a little irritating.
I'll see what I can
However,
do.
um, should you be able to clear them out, I do have beds for whomever may need it.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
Hmm.
As far as the disappearance of your fiance, provide me. Well, I could probably look things up through your name as well, but provide me a name and description. I can see if maybe there's any info that neglected to pass my desk. Maybe I can see if somebody faked a report or just said they'd take care of it and blew it off. Wouldn't
Hmm.
surprise me at some point, but I don't know. I
Well,
think my men are a little too gung ho about catching criminals rather than disappeared people.
yes, you might say that they are, considering I've dropped by many, many times. But yes, I will get you that information once I wake up.
Right, right. Well, I'm certain you know where the main barracks is in the midden. Stop by there, and if I'm not in, wait around until I am.
I shall try to do that.
All right. Well, if there's no more pressing matters with our prisoner, I'm gonna go find her a nice, comfy cell.
All right. May.
She does leave most of the evidence that you have there. She took a lot of notes on what she had. Um, she says, keep a good eye on all of that. If there is something that is to come to court, or if I am to bring a motion to anybody, I may need that as physical evidence.
Got it.
May the Moonweaver protect you.
I'm. She just kind of nods. was gonna have her say something, but I am way too tired to come up with a religious saying for the god that she prefers.
Yeah, I'm also pretty tired.
There's probably a billion of them already written somewhere.
Yeah, probably.
Bahamut.
And
Also, really quick, I gotta restart my computer. Everything is kind of like lagging out.
Okay.
Please give me a second, everyone.
Okie doke.
I'll be back.
Second up.
Whoops, I did not mean to put them on that layer. Good job.
Yay!
There we go. All right, well, they have left, and the pigeon coop is yours. I know it's a bit earlier than what we've done before, but do you guys want to call it here and maybe think about what your next move is before next week?
That works for me.
Or is there anything you guys wanted to get done before then?
Not particularly. No, like not before morning.
Okay.
Yeah, here works.
Okay. Just for the sake of like long rest and everything, do you guys want? Does the Pigeon Man want to have everybody over for a sleepover? Maybe besides Ajax, who's got to go to work soon.
Oh, he's
Up
going
to
to work
people.
on unlocking and then passing the fuck out.
Yeah.
Up to people who are here. If they want to stay, they can stay.
You notice Quen leaning against this stack of books with her eyes closed.
Okay. Going into her trance.
Yeah.
Can you bring up the world map, like the big map,
The world map.
the city map? I mean,
The city map. Okay.
I just want to see where. So there's my. Oh, that's pretty far. I mean, I would still go to my apartment.
The new one. This
Yeah.
one. Okay. So Quen gets a trance in. Does Arco? Oh wait, he's not here. We'll wait for Cake to get back, and then I'll let him know.
Yes. I think. Yeah, I have an idea.
Is this an idea for next time, or is it an idea now?
No, this is just a Hero Forge link.
No, not you, Ellis.
As what's her face is leaving, I would look at the others and simply go and fill them in and say, "Look, her guards probably aren't gonna do shit. So if you guys want to clear out these dons, you're more than welcome to as well. Then, free reign. If you needed beds, you're welcome to them."
Okay. Hold on.
We got spicy memes.
No, I'm gonna throw a wrench in your whole campaign. Hold on.
Oh, great! I love it. Cake's back.
Hi. Sorry.
I love that you're wearing Skechers in this model.
While Ellis is working on ruining my campaign, Cake, the Pigeon Man has extended an offer for people to sleep over, since Lucia and Vermilion have left
Like sleep over here.
at Pigeon Man's place.
Oh, and you mean like our party?
Yeah.
I thought you meant like he was gonna be inviting like other people. I'm like,
No.
Is he throwing a party?
No.
It's like, yeah, I met some friends online. They're coming over tonight.
Yeah,
I'm
Mad
okay
Cat's
with this.
not, and neither is Ajax, but Quen, unless what Ellis is doing is involving her going off and doing something. She is getting ready to trance in the corner.
I need to go back home. Actually, I can't. I have to go back and do my work at the temple. So.
Oh, that's fair. All right.
I mean, I've been gone for like a whole last day. They kind of need me.
I mean, I would say this: like, you know that you're around to help out, but as a paladin of Bahamut, you kind of forge your own path. Like, if you're gone for a long stretch of time, they just assume, oh, he's off doing paladin stuff. He's off, um,
Can't talk right now. I'm doing paladin stuff.
yeah, can't talk. There's crusading that needs to be done.
Yeah, no,
you know?
really.
Yeah, because like Bahamut paladins, just lore wise, tend not to stay in one place. They tend to go out and do stuff. They bring justice to people
A rambling man.
who need it. Luckily for you, this town is in some serious need of justice.
I mean, yeah, I guess I would You know what? I would.
Hannah?
Yeah, she's in the living room.
Hannah.
I would probably stay.
You would probably stay.
I'm sorry, I had to shut my door. I will probably. I'll actually probably stay then.
Okay.
No, I'll go back.
Okay, that's fine.
Are you sure?
Excuse me.
I don't know. Now this is a tough choice.
I mean, I'm just saying. It's just don't like just from understanding how things kind of work in the world from where your organization stands. You're not obligated to go back every single day.
That's true.
They are understanding. Like a lot, there
Yeah.
have been a lot of paladins that have come out of this temple that have not come back because they're all doing things.
I guess that's true, actually, when you come back to the past. So yeah, I guess I would probably stay.
Okay.
I feel like this was like a really weird trap that I'm being lured into.
No. It's just,
Just like,
I'm letting you know what your options are because,
Sure.
again, the Temple of Bahamut here is not the busiest temple.
Uh-huh.
So there's usually not a whole lot for you to do after a few hours. All right,
Yeah,
Alice,
I'll
have you,
definitely stay.
okay, Alice, have you formed your perfectly calculated plan to ruin my campaign yet?
Yes. Before I go into my trance, I cast Sending.
Okay, who are you casting Sending on?
Barris Thornton.
Ooh. What is your 25 word or less message? What is your tweet?
I'm gonna DM it to you. I'm just
Okay.
I'm just
No, that's
crafting it.
fine. Okay. Ooh, this is gonna get either really spicy or really bad.
I just want to wait for your reaction.
Okay. So one of those. All right. How many like minor words can I get rid of to get my point across?
Yeah. Yeah. Instead
Why
of saying
use lot words when few word do trick?
well, yeah. Instead of saying Don Fat Tusk, I just say Don.
Okay. Well, luckily for you, Fat Tusk is hyphenated, so that's technically one word.
That's true. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
shit.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19,
Oh, it's on the GM layer. Shit.
26 words. Oh my god. Okay, ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
I may regret this.
Won't know until we try. Do what Wall Street Bet says. YOLO. Ooh. Okay.
It's a lie wrapped in the truth.
I like it. All right, I'm gonna have to note that for later.
Okay. And remember, he can reply if he chooses. He doesn't have to.
I will carefully think about a reply and I will DM it back to you.
Yes. You know why? I said to myself, why not blow a 3rd level spell slot before a long rest? Why not?
Right? Yeah, might as well.
And we are level 6, which is great.
What? I am the one who decides such things.
Ellis said so. Guess we're level 6 now.
Ellis, your turn
This
was
is
over.
like
I know.
this is like in my raid the other day where somebody said leg is ready and the tank pulled.
Ellis, say we're level 20.
I know.
Then we'll get it.
Oh man.
Dude, at level 20, you're not vigilantes anymore. You're fucking superheroes.
Right. So like, I get a feature. I don't know if it's at 6 or 7, but it's like, if I kill someone, I get to basically become them.
Whispers.
Like that.
Yeah. So I don't have to break
Yeah,
out.
Mantle of Whispers at level 6.
6. Wow.
When a humanoid dies within 30 feet of you, you can magically manipulate its shadows using your reaction. You retain the shadow until you finish a long rest. You can use the shadow as an action. When you do so, it vanishes, magically transforming into a disguise that appears on you. You look like the dead person, but healthy and alive, and it lasts for 1 hour. So it's basically like a really conditional disguise self.
Mm. Yes, and I like it because if I never take a long rest, I could keep it forever.
Yeah.
Until you die of exhaustion.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's like, okay, I'll be honest with you. Like, I kind of wanted to kill Vermilion, but I'm like, not till I get Mantle of Shadows.
Well, we'll see. Okay, well, that's very interesting. Well, good session, I think. Learned a lot of stuff.
Yeah, really.
Definitely. I honestly thought you guys were going to go up and still talk to the Dawn. That kind of did throw a wrench into some of the plans that I had. But thankfully, everything that I had beforehand, or that I had afterwards, was stuff that I wanted to do anyways, that we just got to do a lot sooner.
Yeah, I said to myself, like, when Pigeon wasn't really up for going in, I'm like, well, I'm not going to go in and solo the Dawn. So I said, I better go.
Yeah.
I figured he was just as likely to see Thornton walk in and be like, oh, would you kill him, please?
Yeah. Definitely seems like a greater possibility now that you know what's going on.
Yeah, when you were talking to Cobra alone, like I said, like when the campaign's over, I would like you to tell us like how it would have gone down had we walked through the door.
Oh, absolutely. Like I absolutely would.
Cool.
Dude. The plot thickens. I mean, I know we've had a lot of sessions where there's just a lot of talking and everything. I just want to make sure everybody's like still good on that and nobody feels like super bored by
I prefer that.
We just had a big combat last session.
That's fair. He did have a lot of he did have an interesting combat last time.
I wonder like a dragon or something.
See, that's really hard to do in an urban setting unless the city is getting attacked by a dragon.
I will be the dragon. Make me level 20.
You know, he'd just be a dragon that hangs out in human form until just...
Hey, yeah, you don't know. There could be somebody like on the council that's a secret dragon. Or who knows?
Okay, do you want
Lucia could be a dragon. You don't know.
Maybe.
Do you want to hear my hot take, Cobra?
Oh God, do I?
The Acropolis of the Marquis is a mechanical dragon.
This campaign will not end with a good ending. It'll end with Pigeon and Madcap robbing the Acropolis.
I was thinking we're all going to get executed a la the Owlbear.
Yeah, really. He's going to be like, you are the bad people.
Yeah, and it ends with like a little kid like watching the execution, and then they pick up a mask and they put it on.
Yeah, it's like the, you know, the campaign ends the way Watchmen begins.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is
It's
just
like-
the prequel for the real
like
story.
really skilled assassins fucking kicking you guys off rooftops.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, look what happened when Madcap went toe to toe with the Archer.
oh yeah, no. The Archer was definitely. I already have his stat block figured out and everything like that. He was not somebody that you wanted to fuck with at that level.
I am looking forward to round 2. I have.
Oh, me too.
Could we all 5 had taken him? I think maybe.
Ooh, it depends on if it would really depend on initiative, because like if he did the exploding arrow thingy, and he was able to go first, like if he had the highest initiative, when if everybody was decently grouped up, Madcap would have probably been Madcap and
No, I was
Madcap would be the only one standing.
Yes. Aside from Madcap, anyone that fails that save is unconscious.
Yeah.
Wait, I do have a question. Are we actually level 6 now, or was that
No,
just
no,
joking
I was just
around?
memeing.
Okay, I just thought so, but I'm like, wait, what if we
We
are?
have just hit
That'd be
level
awesome.
5.
Yeah. You guys have been level 5 for like 3 hours.
It's just my shitty dad jokes.
No, that's fine. Yeah, no, that archer, like if I rolled really shit on initiative and the archer went last, there was definitely a possibility that it could have gone more in your favor, because then he wouldn't have had the opportunity to use the explosive arrow.
Yeah,
Like I was expecting him to just shoot at me, and I was going to catch it, and then
I knew that because he could clearly tell you're a wily little guy, and he wanted to flex a little. So
I'm saying, that fucking enchanter needs to hurry up with my goddamn weapon.
Cobra, do you have?
That's gonna be done pretty soon. A
few days.
I think you got at least like one more day. Like after that'll definitely be ready. Not this coming session, but maybe the session after. It depends on how much time we go through.
Do you have hold person, Cobra?
I don't have any spells.
Oh,
he's got the stun. He's got the stunning strike.
That's right. Yeah, if we could like hold person him or stunning strike him or something, we get a chance.
Well, it's not. You're only level 4.
Yeah. At level 6, I think we'll be better.
I mean, if Madcap got cocky and he said take the first shot, that ain't gonna happen again.
So you want to know what my exit strategy was when when like Pigeon was in the tub and Ajax was handcuffed and things were looking real grim?
What?
I'm just thinking to myself, Misty Step, invisible.
Well, my thought is what if you didn't even touch the door, like let's leave the door unlocked or whatever. Everyone gets in the tub and you cast major image in front of you guys to make it look like the room is empty.
That's a good fucking idea.
That's a good idea, and that probably would have fooled them for a while because like he said, search every inch, so they'd probably go and like try to check the tubs just in case,
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but like if you're looking for people and like, I mean, maybe it's a little different in Dungeons and Dragons, but like, you go and see empty tubs. Oh boy, there's no fucking children in the tub.
I mean, typical.
I was expecting a toddler corpses, but okay.
So Jesus, yeah, I don't know. That would definitely have been something where it's like, okay, maybe it would have fooled them once, but then if you'd stayed long enough, they probably would have come back and checked.
Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me 3 times. Don't do that, please.
The major image for the other guard captain was a pretty good move. The problem is the rest of you aren't guards.
Yeah.
So even when they did open the door, they'd be like, "All right, that's fine, but why the fuck are you here alone with these weirdos?" Like the Bahamut Paladin, I can kind of get behind, but what's with
they were protecting the rest of us from those that were breaking into the place.
Maybe.
I mean, there were bodies out in the freaking room, or out in the hallway. So
the parallel universe where Ellis's plan worked.
I think I got overly cocky with my magic abilities.
At one point, that major image. Have you used major image?
No, and I really wanted to. I was looking for any excuse to use it.
At some point, that's going to come in really clutch.
I hope so.
I know it's come in pretty clutch a couple of times in some of the more recent episodes of Critical Role, because Ford knows it. So it came in handy with the Vokodo fight, and then apparently they got into They had apparently the most recent episode was their longest one ever, even eclipsing the finale
Mhm.
Fight.
battle. Yeah, with Vecna.
And I'm like 20 episodes behind.
Yeah,
No, that's fine. I understand, but it's like, but because they're all pre-recorded now, like Matt tweeted out like, the thing, and then he replied, the announcement for the episode, and then he replied to his own tweet and said, "Buckle up, folks, this is a long one."
Hmm.
I'm like, ooh, it's a shame I have to work the next day, otherwise I would have stayed up to watch all of that. But yeah,
What
Major
the
League is
fuck,
pretty
man?
fucking cool.
Adulting? Seriously? Come on.
Can you ping on the city map where the safe house Lucia?
I'm probably gonna put it. That's a good question. It's probably gonna be like probably here-ish, probably like bordering the Grove, but in like one of the smaller buildings here.
I can't see a ping.
Oh, it's because I'm on the GM later. Ha ha ha. It's like gonna be like right over here-ish, I think. I'll have to put it down. But yeah, there's also the Academy thing. I took that off the GM layer as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, since that's come up now. This map is going to be really hard to read at some point.
Actually, I think so. We all have our colors. I think you could probably go and remove the names of where everybody's houses are, and just make the colors the same color as our ID color. So like when I ping, I'm light blue.
Mm-hmm.
Make the grizzled gull the light blue, and then you can just clear out the name of it.
Madcap does have three
Yeah,
of his own.
I could do that, but I also as a DM would probably forget. Well, I mean, I could put the text on like the GM layer, but these
That would
these
get
dots
overwhelming.
are really small. Like they're so small, I can't even click the center of it to move it.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when I zoom out, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because the actual like corners don't get smaller. They don't get that much
Yes, that's quite
so.
true.
So, I mean, I could probably still change the color of it by selecting it, but I don't know. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. I'm too tired.